You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from UPMC Park here in Erie, Pennsylvania. We're getting set for the first in this 6-game series between the Erie Seawolves and your Bowie Baysox. Glad to have you with us. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark here in Erie. Well, the Baysox just couldn't wrap up their series with Binghamton on a high note. Back-to-back losses, both of them blowing leads after the first half of the game had wrapped up. Sunday wasn't as late of a lead blown. It was in the 6th inning, but it was still a tough loss to take for the Baysox, and they really just had to sit with it through the off day and the long drive up here to UPMC Park in Erie as they come in to try and wrap up the first half and maybe gain some momentum. Of course, though, at least Sunday was highlighted by an excellent performance by Chris Valamont. He struck out 10 batters, a season high for any Baysox pitcher, in 5 scoreless innings. It was a good enough performance that it earned him a promotion to AAA Norfolk. Of course, a well-earned promotion for the waiver claim from Minnesota just a couple of weeks ago. So our congrats to him as Bowie will try to fill the void with Justin Armbruster. We'll tell you more about some of the moves that the Baysox have made in just a little bit. But let's get you set up with the numbers for today's game as Bowie comes in for game number 64 on the season, a 25-38 record on the year, a 2-game losing streak for the Baysox. They are 4-6 over their last 10 and 11-19 when playing on the road. The Seawolves come in for game number 64 on the season, a 35-28 mark. They're on a 2-game winning streak at the moment, and 5-5 over their last 10. Erie is 18-9 when playing in front of their home crowds here at UPMC Park. The Baysox are 12 games out of first place at the moment, 6th overall in the 6-team Southwest Division. Next team closest to them is Harrisburg. The Senators are 9 games out in 5th place, so Bowie 3 games back from jumping up out of 6th. The Seawolves are only 2 games out of first place as they hunt for their first playoff berth since 2013. Next closest team to them is Akron. The Seawolves are in 3rd place in the Southwest. Richmond leads the pack at 37-26. Akron is 36-27. Erie is 35-28. A very crucial series for the Seawolves. Meanwhile, though, Richmond will be playing against Portland, a Northeast Division team that has been having a very tough run of things. While they are on a 2-game winning streak, Portland has still lost 7 of their last 9, and they're only 27-36 on the season, well out of it in the Northeast Division. Only 2 teams vying for that first half playoff berth in the Northeast. Somerset leading Hartford by just 1 game. Couple of roster moves to make note of heading into this one. Of course, we did mention Chris Valamont being promoted up to AAA Norfolk. Here, our best wishes to him and the best of luck as he joins the Tides. Justin Armbruster has been promoted from High A Aberdeen to Bowie. Armbruster put together excellent numbers with the Ironbirds. He led the team in overall innings pitched and had the best strikeout to walk ratio among all pitchers, qualified or otherwise. Outstanding numbers for the right-hander. And then left-handed reliever Jake Prezina has also joined the team, promoted from High A Aberdeen to Bowie. Let's get you set up with today's starting pitching matchup. It'll be Marcus Solbach going for the Seawolves, while Garrett Stallings gets the nod for Bowie. Stallings really looking for a good turnaround game. Over his last 3 starts, the right-hander has only finished 7 1/3 innings and allowed 25 hits and 21 earned runs with 4 home runs across. That doesn't even include his previous start against the Erie Seawolves, in which he allowed 5 runs on 8 hits in 5 innings. He struck out 5 and didn't walk anyone, but gave up 3 home runs. It will be, as mentioned, a tough opportunity for Stallings, but a big opportunity to try and turn it around. His fastball has been very good for him this season. He's just been trying to pick up some of the swings and misses a little more often than maybe necessary. We've talked about it a lot, especially when the Bowie relievers have struggled a little bit over the past couple of days. It was very notable over the weekend when Bowie lost both games to Binghamton. While pitchers were getting ahead in the count, specifically relievers, they weren't getting the put-down pitch. They weren't necessarily hitting the strike zone for a called third strike. They were trying to send their breaking stuff so far out of the zone to make a batter swing and miss and look silly at the same time, but the batter had such an easy time picking up the break that they would just lay off. Counts would start out 0-2, 1-2, and then they would regularly go full or go to 2-2 and foul off tons and tons of pitches before a runner would get or a batter would get on base. So if Stallings can just clean the craft and work with the fastball easily, then he should be fine. The opposing starter will be Marcus Solbach for the Seawolves, a 0-4 record this year and a 4.94 ERA. He's a minor league veteran in his 3rd organization and a great story to boot. Started his career in the Twins organization, had a different stint with the Dodgers as well, and then multiple stops with indie ball teams. Not only that, he's a German native who's also pitched in the Australian Baseball League and also pitched with Bundesliga in his native Germany. He's been pretty much all around the world, but since he's returned from a brief stint up with AAA Toledo, he spent most of the year with Erie, but made 2 starts with the AAA Mud Hens, in which he actually pitched pretty well, allowing just 1 earned run in 10 innings. Since he's returned, however, he's gone 0-2 in 3 starts and allowed 10 earned runs in 13 innings. He does come off of a quality start against Altoona, 6 innings, only 2 runs allowed, but there's, like a lot of some of these older pitchers, not much that is super overpowering about their stuff, and not too many scouting reports out there publicly about their stuff because they're not highly rated prospects. We can just see from the numbers that Solbach is a pretty routine strikeout and regular contact pitcher. He doesn't have a high strikeout rate. His whip is regular. It's very average, hovering just a little bit above 1.2. So there's nothing too flashy about him, but there's nothing that's really looked too bad about him this season. So Bowie will really have to pick up on him and see what the internal scouting reports say, hopefully giving them something to run with. We've got plenty to come here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. After we break, we sit down for our weekly chat with the skipper, Kyle Moore. He gives us some great insight onto what Bowie might be trying to do to work around the heavy hitter that is Gary Carpenter. Right fielder today, batting third, leads all of minor league baseball with 22 home runs and had 5 against the Baysox last month. So we'll hear from the skipper next. You're listening to the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show and Baysox Baseball.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Well, it's a special Baysox Live happy hour on Thursday, July 14th at Prince George's Stadium. Along with the usual live music and beer specials from 5 to 6:30, it's also Margaritaville night out at the ballpark. Get your flip-flops, salt shakers, and Hawaiian t-shirts ready to celebrate cruise culture with Margaritaville night, sponsored by Bud Light. That's Thursday, July 14th at Prince George's Stadium, so get your tickets now at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, getting set for the first of 6 between Bowie and Erie. Final week of the first half for the Baysox as they look to maybe play a little bit of spoiler and gain some momentum at the same time. But let's recap the 7-game series that was Binghamton. You win the series. There were some ups, there were some downs. What were your takeaways overall, positives and negatives?
I mean, the overall takeaway was the extra inning game we won, where we gave up 3 in the 10th and we came back and scored 4 and to win the game. I just think that game was huge for this club altogether. Pitchers, position players. It's always tough to give up 3 in the 10th, and I felt like Jensen Elliott's thrown the ball really well, and he gave up a broken bat single and then 2 ground balls through the infield that just were not even really hit well. So after seeing that and then seeing us respond and come back and win that ball game, I really liked that from our club. What I didn't really like was Sunday. We had a chance to really put a club away for the series and to really go 5-2 and set ourselves apart and be more than mediocre, and then we let them get a game back and go 4-3. So don't love that, but I do think there are some bright spots, some silver linings in this team and this club. And we got 2 catchers, Hanley and Roberts, that are playing outstanding. Roberts threw a ball down to second base about a 1-8-2, and he threw out Maruccio on a good jump. So, I mean, we've really shut the running game down and done some good things as we continued to do in that last series. Just wish we could have taken one more that I felt like we really had the ability to take. We just didn't do it.
It's got to be a good problem to have right now, and kind of similar to what it was at the start of the season between the 3 main infielders that you had to cram in on the left side of the infield, that you have Maverick Hanley and Cody Roberts both playing at such a high caliber. So I think this is the first time in quite some time that they're both going to be in the lineup with Hanley as the DH and Roberts as the catcher. What has been just the biggest part of their play that has stood out to you?
Well, both of them just throw the ball really well, so that they shut down the running game, which is big for our pitching staff. I feel like sometimes we have to make extra pitches or pitch around certain things, whether it be a walk, a hit, or an error. And when you have a catcher that can completely shut down the running game and get extra outs on the bases, whether it be some guy takes too big of a secondary and Mav picks him off, or Cody just throws everybody out, those are just outs that you don't really count in your head as a manager. Like, you're just not really adding all that up, and all of a sudden you get a free one because you got a really good catcher. And I think aside from that, they've hit great. I mean, they're hitting 3-4 for us tonight. Their at-bats have been outstanding. So those are just extra bonuses added to really high-quality defensive catchers.
You talked about the big comeback on Friday, and the big game tying home run by Joey Ortiz was just such a fire starting kind of moment for the team. He's seemed a little more comfortable out there, and that's anecdotal for me. But is there some consistency now that he's been able to play at shortstop a lot more often?
Yeah, I think so. I think over the last, honestly, about 3 weeks, Joey has hit the ball really hard. He's really, I guess, unlucky, if you will. He smoked some balls right at people, so I don't think his numbers really show what he's really doing. I certainly think he's more comfortable and in a better routine as far as, hey, you're going to hit 1, 2, or 3. You're going to play shortstop every day. Like whether I send the lineup out at 5 o'clock at night or 3 o'clock in the next afternoon, he kind of knows what to expect before he's going to come to the field, and I think that's really helped Joey. Not that you want him to get too comfortable, but I think that Joey's really turned in super quality at bats the last 3 weeks, and we just want to keep him right there.
Looking ahead to this week's series, Chris Valamon, of course, getting called up to AAA. Maybe a little bit earlier than some may have anticipated, but the numbers definitely spoke for themselves as to why he might be deserving. And then that shifts tomorrow's starter to Armbruster. What are going to be some of your expectations for his AA debut tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, really excited just to have a guy up from Aberdeen who's having a tremendous season, who's thrown the ball really well. And just excited for him to make his first AA start. There's a lot that comes with that. I think there's a giant jump from high A to AA. Quality of lineup is going to be much, much better. And so I hope that he can calm himself and make quality pitches and not really get too wrapped up in the results or what everybody else is doing, but just pitch his game and do what he does really well and just make a lot of quality pitches. Just stack up as many quality pitches on top of each other as he can. And hopefully we'll play some good defense behind him. I mean, Valamont struggled a little bit before he got to us. He was not throwing the ball well, and then when he got here, he was throwing the ball great. So hats off to him and hats off to Josh Conway, our pitching coach, because obviously they figured something out. I mean, the guy was outstanding on Sunday. And you hate to see those guys go, but you know what? It's good for him to go to AAA because that means you did something right.
Zach Peak should be starting on Friday, if I can remember how to count the days of the week. You want to talk about the quality of pitches lately. And again, a bit anecdotal, but it definitely seemed like his slider was working really, really well his last time through. I
think Peak's been one of our best performers on the mound, starting-wise. He went through a little hiccup where we had to shut him down, and then he missed some time, and that was for an illness, not even for an injury. So now that he's back raring to go, he's throwing the ball outstanding. I mean, his command of his fastball is excellent. He's got 2+ off-speed pitches, a slider and a curveball, and he's also really developing a changeup. So just performance-based only, Peak is throwing the ball outstanding, and we need more of that from him. We'd like him to go a little bit longer in the game, just because it's that point of the year where he's finally getting built up, and we feel like we can do that with him. But ultimately, he's just got to keep throwing the ball like he is, because he's throwing the ball great. Is there going to be any sort of just pitching staff-wide approach to Kerry Carpenter at this point? Because he tore the team up last month. There's no doubt about it, but he's been doing that to just about every pitcher at AA right now. Is there an approach? And if there is, what might it be? No doubt. I mean, the kid's a really good player. He's got 22 home runs. He leads the league. He's tearing everybody up, including us last series. They have another few good hitters in their lineup, too. I mean, Neoport's good. Dingler's a really good hitter. A bunch of them in there that I don't even name. But I just think that the approach to Carpenter is probably going to be quality off-speed stuff down. He strikes out a little bit more than you would hope. So for a guy who has really good numbers, he will strike out sometimes. So I'd be lying if I said we weren't going to go for the strikeout a little bit on him. We're going to try to make a super quality pitch. And, if we go outside the zone a little bit and get him to chase, it'd be a good thing. He probably won't because he doesn't, but we got to throw our best stuff. Appreciate the insight on that. And then, of course, as we usually wrap things up, do normally ask how was the off day, but of course it was spent traveling. So how was spending Father's Day with the girls? Oh, Father's Day was awesome. It was just always super special, but now this was my first Father's Day as a father of two, and fourth Father's Day overall. So they're always it's really special. But just being able to have my family here, honestly, is just a blessing. I mean, not many people get to do what I do and get to share their family. It's a luxury. So thanks to the Orioles for providing an immaculate apartment for us, and my wife just does a tremendous job of being there with the girls. So special Father's Day, no doubt. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Skip, for the time. Yeah, thank you. That's Kyle Moore here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside, be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from UPMC Park in Erie. It's the first of this 6-game series between the Erie Seawolves and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabat is with you from Erie, Pennsylvania, and as Marcus Solbach warms on the mound for the Seawolves, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Cesar Prieto, followed by Joey Ortiz at shortstop batting second. Maverick Hanley is the DH today. He bats third. Cody Roberts is the catcher batting fourth. Hudson Askin is in left field batting fifth. Andrew Dashbach at first base bats sixth. Greg Cullen at third base bats seventh. Christopher Cespedes in right field eighth. And Zach Watson in center field bats ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen, video coordinator, Lindsey Birchfield, and Blake Wooten, athletic trainers. Bowie is 25-38 on the season, a 2-game losing streak. UPMC Park here in Erie, 328 feet down the line to right, 317 to left, and 400 to straightaway center. As Prieto digs in, he gets ready for the first offering from Solbach. Righty on lefty to open as Solbach winds and deals. It's a fastball called for strike on the outer black, and it's 0-1 to open as we're underway at 6:06 p.m. on an 85-degree sunny day here at UPMC Park. Next pitch, swung on and pieced foul into the mid of the catcher as the count goes to 0-2. Again, that lineup briefly for Bowie: Prieto, Ortiz, Handley, Roberts, Haskin, Dashbach, Cullen, Cespedes, Watson, all to face Solbach on the mound. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Prieto goes down on 3 offerings, and that's how the day gets started for Marcus Solbach and the Bowie lineup. Let's tell you about the defensive alignment for the Seawolves now. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Andrew Navigato, Parker Meadows, and Kerry Carpenter. Andre Lipsy is at third, Gage Workman at short, Wenzel Perez at second, Dane Myers at first, and Dylan Dingler catches behind the plate for Marcus Solbach on the mound. Here's Joey Ortiz. First pitch popped foul right side out of play, and the count opens up at 0-1. Ortiz, a .220 average this season, a .640 OPS in 50 games played, 56 rather, 12 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers, 28 batted in. Next pitch, breaking ball misses low, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Marcus Solbach, a 6'5", 205-pound, 30-year-old right-hander. He fires the next. 1-1 misses high to Ortiz, and the count goes to 2-1. Solbach, a native of Germany, Dormagen, Germany, to be precise. He's pitched in 3 different minor league organizations at this point as the next pitch misses up and away to Ortiz. Count runs to 3-1. Last season, he was in the Dodgers organization. He started his minor league career in the Twins system. As he prepares, kicks and fires the 3-1 offering. Ortiz swings and misses. Fastball inside, and the count runs full. On the season for Erie, Solbach has made 8 appearances, all starts. He's gone 0-4 with a 4.94 ERA. 31 innings, 25 strikeouts, 9 walks, 6 homers allowed, opponents hitting .240. The payoff pitch to Ortiz is sliced foul, back to the netting, and the count holds full. Against batters on a full count this season, Solbach has held them 0 for 8, but he's walked 7 and only struck out 3. They play Ortiz straight up on the infield and outfield, the right-hander, as the shadows from left field start to stretch across left field. The 3-2, lifted foul right side as the count holds. UPMC Park, a very peculiar and unique design here in the Eastern League, as they've got the hockey arena, well, a multi-purpose arena, but it's mostly utilized for hockey, basically used as the left field wall. You hit the arena and you could get a home run. Here's the 3-2, swung on and missed inside for strike 3. Ortiz goes down chasing on a full count offering, the fastball, and it's back-to-back strikeouts to open the day for Marcus Solbach. Your umpiring crew for today's game: Sean Cassidy is at third base, Kelvis Velez is the crew chief, he's over at first, and Jude Corey is calling the balls and strikes behind home plate this evening. As Maverick Handley digs in, right-hander as the DH today, sits and waits for the first pitch. It's swung on and missed inside. Fastball starts it out at 0-1. Handley, a .265 average this season, an .820 OPS in 34 games played, 8 doubles, 4 homers, 19 batted in. The 0-1. Called a strike a bit wide, and the count goes to 0-2. Handley straightens up and asks for a quick clarification on it, as Solbach has a quick rhythm, kicks and fires the 0-2 pitch, and it misses away a slider. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Solbach did not see Bowie the last time these two teams faced off. He was on a very brief vacation up to AAA. He pitched well, but came back. The 1-2, piece foul, a bouncer between the legs of Handley and back to the on-deck circle for Erie as the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Another peculiar bit of this ballpark, the home bullpen, or the home dugout, I should say, is the third base side. As the 1-2 to Handley is a late swing, punched foul right side. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. So Bowie is still on the first base dugout just as they are back home at Prince George's Stadium, while the Seawolves are in the third base dugout as they would be when they visit Prince George's Stadium. They've just got the dugout swapped here. 1-2 the count, bases empty, 2 away and a scoreless top first. Solbach takes a slow wind this time, fires the 1-2, and it's grounded the other way. Picked by the second baseman Perez on the run. He sidearms to first, and it just barely gets there. Stretches out Dane Myers. But the inning is over, 4-3. 3 up, 3 down go the Baysox in the top of the first. And as we go to the bottom of the first, it's Bowie nothing, Erie coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
Well, the Bowie Baysox go down in order in the top of the first. It'll be on Garrett Stallings to try and do the same against the Erie Seawolves here in the bottom of the first. Matt Sabat is with you from UPMC Park, and as Stallings warms in the mound for Bowie, the starting lineup for the Seawolves that he'll face looks like this. Leading off, the second baseman, Wenzel Perez, followed by Andre Lipsius at third base, batting second. Gary Carpenter is in right field today. He bats third. Quincy Naporti, the DH, bats fourth. Dane Myers at first base bats fifth. Dylan Dingler, the catcher, sixth. Parker Meadows in center field bats seventh. Andrew Navigato in left field, eighth. And Gage Workman is the shortstop today, batting ninth. Seawolves are the AA affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. They're managed by Gabe Alvarez, assisted by John Murray, Dan Reicheball, and Ollie Cady. Chris Vick is the athletic trainer. Erie is 35-28 on the season, a 2-game winning streak, and once more that lineup. You've got Perez, Lipsius, Carpenter, Naporti, Myers, Dingler, Meadows, Navigato, Workman, all to face off against Garrett Stallings on the mound. Righty on lefty to open, Perez the switch hitter batting left. Just in his 5th game at the AA level since being called up from High A West Michigan ahead of last week's series when Erie was in Altoona. First pitch, driven high but foul, third base side. This one will curl out of play. 0-1 to open. Perez, in the early goings of his AA career, has gone 5 for 15. Does not have an extra base hit, though, but has drawn 3 walks against just 3 strikeouts. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Breaking ball misses down, and the count goes to 0-2. He's only driven in 1 run since joining the team. As the next pitch comes in, it misses high. Breaking ball runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Unfortunately, for this entire week, won't be able to give you as much insight as to how the pitches are moving for Bowie, as the 1-2 is swung on and missed low for strike 3. Looked to be the slider as it picks up a little bit of dirt in front of the catcher, Cody Roberts. He sends it on to first base, and the strikeout is completed. Add on a 2-3, and there's 1 out to start the day. Let's tell you about the Bowie defense. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Hudson Haskins, Zach Watson, and Christopher Cespedes. Greg Cullen is at third, Joey Ortiz at short, Cesar Prieto at second, and Andrew Dashbach is at first. Cody Roberts catches behind the plate for Garrett Stallings on the mound. First pitch to Andre Lipsius. Fastball nicks the upper inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. So Erie, like a couple of other teams that have made a switch lately, are using a different stat tracking, a live ball tracking company. As the next pitch to Lipsius is fouled back to the screen, already 0-2. So while Bowie and a couple of other teams use TrackMan, Erie and a handful of other teams, Binghamton and Richmond among them, do not. So we don't get access to pitch speed and pitch movement. As the 0-2 pitch is fouled off again, just a piece up to the screen. Count stays at 0-2. We also will not be able to tell you about exit velocity, projected distance, things of that nature. So calling games like we did only about 10 years ago, not the worst thing in the world. As the 0-2 to Lipsius comes in and it's popped foul right side, count remains. 247 average for Lip this season, an 813 OPS in 57 games played. 11 doubles, a triple, 5 homers, 24 runs batted in. Let's tell you a little bit about Garrett Stallings, 6'2", 200-pound, 24-year-old right-hander from Chesapeake, Virginia. Brought over in the Jose Iglesias deal with the Angels back in 2020 as the next pitch. Slider misses down and away. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. On the season for Bowie, he's gone 2-5 in 11 games all starts. A 7.74 ERA that has really taken a jump up over the last 2 weeks. Here's a screaming liner left field base hit. Got past Joey Ortiz when it bounced right in front of him. Well, in front of him as he turned to the left, more specifically. But Lipsius is aboard. Starts a new hit streak after going over at the tail end of the Altoona series. And Kerry Carpenter will dig into the box. Stallings' ERA, after his 6-inning, 3-run performance against Hartford, a quality start on May 21st, his ERA was down to 3.55. And now that it's at 7.74, only about a month later, not only about a month, exactly a month later, tells you how rough of a stretch it's been for Stallings. First pitch to Carpenter, fouled back to the screen. It's 0-1 to open. And that stretch actually started when he faced off against Erie, allowed 5 runs all earned in 5 innings back on the 27th of May. 45 and a third innings of work total, 49 strikeouts, 13 walks, 14 homers, opponents hitting 286 against him. Next pitch to Carpenter, bounces in a fastball. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Stallings, over his last 3 starts, they have all been very, very short. Only one of them did he even reach the 4th inning. He's gone just 7 1/3 over those 3 starts and allowed 25 hits, 21 earned runs among them. Holding for the left-hander Carpenter, the 1-1. Misses away a breaking ball as the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Kerry Carpenter among one of the toughest outs in the Eastern League at this point in the season. A .309 average and a .1024 OPS. 59 games played for the Seawolves with 12 doubles, 22 home runs, and 47 runs batted in. He leads minor league baseball with the home runs as he serves the 2-1 out toward deep center field. Watson's running back at the warning track, leaps, and it's off the top of his glove and in fair territory. That's a fair ball. It's ran into the center fielder, thrown home, but the catch is missed. Roberts can't get it as Carpenter stops at second with a double. They had started the home run soundtrack here at UPMC Park. The third base umpire, Sean Cassidy, had signaled safe as to say it was a ball in play, not a home run. A run does come across on the RBI double for Carpenter, his 13th double of the season and 48th run batted in. But it does bring out the manager, Gabe Alvarez, from the third base coaching box to talk with the umpires, see if he can maybe influence the decision a little bit, or at least provide an alternate perspective. If it did get out, as the umpires will converge on this one, it'll be Carpenter's minor league leading 23rd home run of the season. Whatever it is, it drives in at least 1 run and gives Erie the early 1-0 advantage. The umpires will chat. We'll have to see what they have to say about it, because now they're having a brief conversation just to the left of the pitcher's mound, only about 5 feet. But it does continue what's been a tough trend for Garrett Stallings right now. The umpires are still just going to converse briefly. It does give us a quick opportunity to tell you about our good friends at Pest Now, a proud partner of the Baysox. They provide pest control services for Prince George's Stadium. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, anything from general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now, 301-231-8300. Again, Bowie coming off of 2 tough losses to enter this series. They had a commanding lead in their 7-game set over the Binghamton Rumble Ponies as the umpires have concluded their conversation, and it looks like they've made no change. So it will be a double for Kerry Carpenter. Again, his 13th of the season and 48th run driven in. So the way it looks to be that the call has been made is that they say the ball hit off of Zach Watson's glove. If his glove got in the way of the wall, who's to say? Here's Quincy Naporti, righty on righty, with runner at second, still 1 away. First pitch, breaking ball misses down, and it's 1-0 to start. And Bowie blew 2 separate leads over their losses on the weekend with Binghamton, losing 8-5 on Saturday and 8-4 on Sunday. They had a 1-0 lead after 5 innings on Sunday, and then the game got out of hand. The 1-0. Misses inside to the tall Naporti, and the count goes to 2-0. 259 average for the designated hitter today, an 879 OPS in 54 games played, 9 doubles, a triple, 15 home runs, 40 runs batted in. Again, very few easy outs in this lineup for the Seawolves. Stallings has his work cut out for him as the 2-0 is a slider that misses down and away, and the count goes to 3-0. Now, one of the unfortunate things, too, is that we can't even give you a mile-per-hour reading on the pitches. Because of that switch, they don't even get it on the video board anymore. They were robbed of that as Naporti pops one up right side toward the Baysox bullpen. It'll touch down foul. Actually hits off of one of the concourse levels. Still bounces into play, however, as the count goes to 3-1. A couple of these Seawolves batters had excellent series against the Baysox as well. These 2 teams met back in May for a 6-game set at Prince George's Stadium as the 3-1 misses down and in for ball 4. Pretty much every pitch there to Naporti seemed to be out of the zone. And it's the first walk given up by Stallings, 3 consecutive batters reaching against the right-hander. Erie and Bowie played 6 games from May 24th to the 29th. And Bowie lost 4 consecutive to open before finally breaking out for 2 wins. 7-1 on that Saturday and 13-2 on that Sunday. Kicked off a 4-game winning streak after they won those 2 and then went on to take Altoona for the first 2 in what eventually became a 6-game series split. Here's Dane Myers, right-hander. First pitch home. Fastball nicks the upper inside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-1 to open. 253 average for Myers this season, 756 OPS for Erie in 40 games played. 7 doubles, no triples, 8 homers, 25 runs batted in. First and second, still only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Next pitch, spoiled foul. Lifted up to the second level here at UPMC Park, and the count goes to 0-2. Again, Bowie already trailing 1-0. Kerry Carpenter missing a home run by mere inches. You could probably say just an inch. Put it an inch to the right or an inch to the left, and it probably gets out. But he's still stuck at second base after the RBI double. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive into center, a base hit. Carpenter will have the stop sign put up for him at third base as the throw goes in. But it's a single for Dane Myers. He's got hits in 3 consecutive games now for the Seawolves, and the bases are loaded here with only 1 out for Dylan Dingler. Dylan on the season, 2 for 5 with the bases loaded. Does not have a grand slam and has only struck out once. Meanwhile, he's drove in 4 runs. As Garrett Stallings is already in some early trouble. Stallings this season with the bases loaded has not allowed a base hit, has not actually allowed a base runner. He's struck out both batters he's dealt with the bases loaded this year. So, big opportunity for Stallings here in the bottom of the first. Maybe a quick ground out. Dingler has been notable for the ground outs this year. He's hit into 7 double plays. That's what you need. Righty on righty. With the first pitch coming home. Swung on and missed. High fastball that time. And the count opens up at 0-1. 234 average for Dingler this season. A 702 OPS in 55 games played. 13 doubles and a triple for Erie's catcher. 5 homers, 23 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Dingler takes a flinch at it. Got just a piece, and it's fouled off of the mid of the catcher. Roberts was unsure at first if it was a foul or not, so he started to run back behind the plate to retrieve the ball, but the umpire called him back. Told him it was a foul, and it runs the count to 0-2. If Stallings doesn't go for the double play, he could easily work with the strikeout. Dingler strikes out in a third of his plate appearances. 77 punch-outs total this year. Stallings sets first base side of the rubber, and the 0-2 pitch home. Misses high, a fastball. Tried to get him to chase. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Again, bases loaded. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Wenzel Perez went down swinging to open. And a single by Andre Lipsius, an RBI double by Kerry Carpenter. A walk and a single have loaded them up. Here's the 1-2 to Dingler. Fastball up and in again. And the count runs even at 2. Dingler was actually not in the lineup when Stallings faced off against Erie last month, I should say. Trying to strike him out here, the 2-2 pitch. Slider this time, misses away, and the count runs full. So you've got to serve him something in the zone here. There's no doubt about that. Dingler, though, strikes out more often than he walks on full count offerings. So maybe get something breaking, but still get it into the zone. You've got to locate the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Went with the fastball up and inside. Stallings, a crucial strikeout here for his second of the day. Baysox in their alternate orange uniforms this evening. The black block Bowie on the front side, black cap, orange brim, while the Seawolves are in their home reds. White Seawolves arced across the front, white pants, black helmet. Here's Parker Meadows, 0 for 4 with the bases loaded this season. The first pitch is popped up out toward right field. Christopher Cespedes initially backed up on it. Now he sees it, ranges very slowly to his right, and brings it down. Stallings escapes the scary moment here in the bottom of the first with only 1 run across. Strands the bases loaded and sends us to the second. Bowie trails 1-0 after 1. Back after this, you're listening to Baysox Baseball. Well, it's a busy day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, July 17th. Princesses and Pirates Day at the ballpark. Don your shiniest crown, wear your fanciest slippers or your peg leg and your eye patch as Prince George's Stadium transforms into a fun fairy tale castle and a swashbuckling ballpark. It's also Louie's birthday bash. Many of Louie's mascot friends will be on hand to celebrate what should be just a fantastic day at Prince George's Stadium. That's Sunday, July 17th, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at Baysox.com.
On to the second inning here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox trail 1-0. 4, 5, and 6 batters due up for the Baysox after they went down in order in the top of the first. Meanwhile, Erie sent 7 to the plate in the first inning, only bringing 1 run across and straining the bases loaded. Cody Roberts leads off against Marcus Solbach, and the first pitch home is a breaking ball called for strike on the upper inside corner to Roberts. It's 0-1. 276 average for Roberts this year, a 782 OPS in 35 games played, the 0-1 pitch. This time a fastball dots the inside edge of the zone, belt high, and runs the count to 0-2. 7 doubles, no triples, 5 homers, 26 runs batted in for Roberts this season, and he's been on a fantastic run for the Baysox. The 0-2 misses down and inside, and the count to a ball and 2 strikes. It was a 17-pitch first inning for Solbach. Meanwhile, Garrett Stallings needed 29 pitches to dance around the trouble he had found himself in. Roberts bounces the next pitch over to short, picked up by Gage Workman on the sidearm at the chest. He sends it to first base with no issue. A 6-3 putout gets us started here in the second inning. 4 up, 4 down to start for Marcus Solbach as Hudson Haskin will step into the box now. .253 average for Huddy this year, a 767 OPS in 50 games played. 10 doubles, 7 homers, 25 batted in. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball inside, it's 0-1. Well, much like Altoona and a little bit like Richmond, this ballpark is a bit of a triple-friendly ballpark for different reasons. The 0-1 lifted foul right side, gets out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. I could imagine Hudson Haskin, with his mild speed, could pick one up if he sprays it the other way with a bit of luck. You hit it up the line, and there's a quirk to the bullpens here that make triples a little more likely. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one a line drive, taken on a bounce at short by Workman. He had to pull it up and rips it to first. Gets it there in time. That one was a scorcher. Again, unfortunately, we don't get exit velocity at this ballpark, but I can tell you it was a hot shot. Workman had to take it hard on the bounce and curl his body back to make sure that he didn't lose the momentum of the ball. It was hit right at him, too. Made it very easy to square it up. Back-to-back 6-3 putouts, and there's 2 away here in the top of the second. Andrew Dashbach digs in. First pitch, a fastball inside. It's 0-1. So the quirk about this facility is that they really trim down the foul territory to put a small barrier in front of the bullpens while they're still technically in play. As Dashbach watches pitch low miss, count goes even at a ball and a strike. They're still in play, but there's a large portion in front of stands that breaks it down. Here's the 1-1 line to left field. That'll fall for a base hit and roll to the wall. Dashbach will turn the corner at first, head to second. The throw is a beauty in from Navigado, but it's a little offline. Timing-wise, it beat out Dashbach cleanly, but he sent it a little bit toward the third base side, and Dashbach extends his hit streak to a season's-high 8 games with his 5th double of the season. Bowie's first base runner today. Third Baysox player this season with an 8-game hit streak. No one has ever made it to 9, so Dashbach will probably get the opportunity tomorrow. But now here's Greg Cullen, tying runs suddenly in scoring position for Bowie. Righty on lefty, Cullen one of only 2 left-handers in the lineup for the Baysox, Cesar Prieto being the other. 209 average and a 694 OPS for Cullen in 15 games played. First pitch, swings and misses, breaking ball down, and it's 0-1 to open. 3 doubles, a homer, and 6 runs batted in for Cullen this season. Again, haven't had too much time to tell you a lot about the batters, simply because of the quick speed that Marcus Solbach works with. Now with a runner on base, he's out of the stretch and taking a little more time. This time he actually has to get the pitch out or he's going to commit a violation. Finally does as the 0-1 eats up a little bit of dirt low. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Cullen was not with Bowie when the Seawolves were in town last month, so this is his first time facing them this season. Runner at second. They do have the shift on for Cullen. With 2 away here in the top of the second. Here's the 1-1. Lifted, foul, third base side. This one will curl out as the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. It is helpful to have the runner at second if you're Erie, because that way with the shift on, first baseman Dane Myers doesn't have to hold the runner. He can still put a little bit of space from the foul line to cover his normal position. Solbach sends home the 1-2, and it's swung on and missed, down and inside. Third strikeout for Solbach ends the inning and strands the 2-out double at second base. We're on to the bottom of the second here at UPMC Park. Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Bottom of the second inning here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox will try to keep it a one-run game. Garrett Stallings needed 29 pitches for the first inning, really hoping to clean it up from there. As Andrew Navigato will lead off, followed by Gage Workman, and then back to the top of the lineup in Wenzel Perez. 8-9 and 1 due up. First pitch home. Navigato watches breaking ball miss wide, and the count starts out at 1-0. Navigato a 278 average this season, an 802 OPS in 34 games played as the next offering. A fastball dots the inside corner for a called strike. It's 1-1. 3 doubles, no triples, 6 homers, 13 runs batted in for Navigato. He's 2 for 8 against Stallings in his career. As the 1-1 pitch comes in, misses inside, and it runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Third base playing in on the line if Navigato wants to surprise, but he lifts it the other way toward foul ground. Cespedes running, but he'll watch it just slice out of play. Touchdown in the deepest recesses of the Baysox bullpen toward the corner. The count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Navigato really tormented Bowie, too. 471 average against the Baysox. Drove in a trio of runs. 2-2 from Stallings. Again lifted foul the other way. You know, one of the things that I've noted about Garrett Stallings, or at least picked up a little, I hate to say this because it's contradicting some of the things that I've said at different points this season. As the 2-2 pitch comes in, and it's fouled off back to the screen. One of the things that I think Bowie has a lot of good from just about everyone on their staff, primarily the starters, is fastball location. Ryan Watson does it best. But Stallings is up there. And you don't want to over-rely on your fastball, especially at this level, as the 2-2 is lined out toward left center field. It'll fall into the gap for a base hit. Picked by Zach Watson and sent to the infield on a single. Navigado has his first hit in a couple of days. And he opens up with a leadoff base for Gage Workman. So, I've said a couple of times, especially last time Erie was in town, I was having a conversation that led to me thinking of this when Ryan Watson was pitching well, but ran into some trouble because he wasn't using his fastball as much. He was trying to rely on the breaking stuff. The 2-2 to work, or the first pitch here to Gage Workman is called a strike on the lower inside corner. It's 0-1. The fact of the matter is that in minor league baseball, the point is to develop. And sometimes you've got to use pitches that may not be the best procurer of outs because you need to develop them to get outs. The 0-1 pitch misses down, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. And it seems like right now, this is just my opinion, don't take it as fact, Garrett Stallings might be trying that a little too much. Here's a line drive over the first baseman's leaping glove and into right field for a base hit. It ricochets off the wall, and Christopher Cespedes will have to pick it. On to second base goes Gage Workman. Navigado to third. That's one of those quirks here of this ballpark where you can pick up a good double on a soft liner because, as I mentioned, the way that foul ground juts in because of stands put there to block off the bullpen, a ball can carom off of that wall often and make the right fielder have to drastically alter their route to the ball all the time. It takes a ton of momentum out of the ball and ruins the run of the right fielder. It's an easy way to pick up a two-base hit, and that's what Workman just did. It's his 16th double of the year, and it's second and third with nobody out for the top of the lineup in Wenzel Perez. First pitch. Fastball called a strike. Inside edge, it's 0-1. So to finish my point quickly, what it really seems to be right now for Garrett Stallings is that he's trying to build improvement out of his breaking stuff. And whether it be the placement, how much it breaks, whatever the issue is, I can't tell you. I'm not the pitching coach. I'm not on the coaching staff, and I'm not a professional pitcher. But it seems to be that at this point, considering the numbers that have been put up and the contact that has been against Garrett Stallings, as the 0-1 pitch is grounded right to first, backhanded by Andrew Dashbach, he goes home with it, and the tag wasn't in time. I don't think Cody Roberts was expecting the throw. Navigado scores, and it's 2-0 Erie. Yeah, Dashbach was very quick-witted on getting that fielder's choice home. And you could just see in the body language that Roberts was a little surprised when he saw Dashbach throwing it his way. I'm partly surprised that Andrew Navigado even tried, but it worked out. And Perez drives in the run, his second RBI here at the AA level. So first and third, still nobody out here in the bottom of the second as Erie doubles up their lead. So trying to finish my point, I know I'm dragging on. What it really seems is that Stallings is really trying to get a lot of development and see what he can build from his breaking stuff. But the way things have been going right now, maybe just go with the fastball a little bit more to get the outs. As Andre Lipsius digs in, first pitch is a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count starts out at 1-0. Because it's a very tough ask, it is. There's not much that you can really do at this moment. The 1-0 fouled off just a piece, back to the screen, and the count goes even at 1. Because there are two courses of action that you could probably take. Continue to try and develop the breaking stuff until you finally make that breakthrough and go on a big run. But at the moment, just, again, the way the numbers have been climbing against Garrett Stallings, I think he'd be better set to work on the fastball a little bit more and get the outs to extend some outings and just build the confidence back. The 1-1 fouled off right side, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Because I can't imagine how tough it must be to have the numbers just inflate against you like this. And I want to see Garrett Stallings succeed. He's a great guy, and he's pitched so well at so many points this season as the 1-2 is drilled out toward right center field. Cespedes, running back, still running. It's gone. A 3-run home run for Andre Lipsius, his 6th of the season. And it's 5-0 Erie. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Lipsius up to 27 RBI this season. And out of the frying pan into the fire, here's Kerry Carpenter. First pitch, left-hander, fouls it off. Fastball inside edge, lifted back to the screen. It's 0-1. And again, like to give you maybe some stats here or there, but just haven't been able to, simply because of the new system that Erie and a couple of teams are going with. The 0-1. A flinch on a pitch high, appeal to the base umpire, and they say he went around. So Carpenter quickly behind 0-2. He doubled to straightaway center field, hit it off the glove of Zach Watson in center, drove in a run, while it looked like he might have muscled it out, just barely missed according to the umpires. Bases empty, still nobody out in the bottom of the second as Stallings is waiting plenty of time. Finally fires the 0-2 and it misses down. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. But again, it's another 6-hit day and another large day against Stallings. The 1-2. Slider misses down and inside. And the count goes even. Here's the next. Carpenter swings and misses on a curveball down for strike 3. Third strikeout for Stallings. First out here in the bottom of the second inning. And now Quincy Naporti. So let's try and do some of the quick math here on the stretch that it's been for Stallings. And I said it back in the pregame, you could practically pinpoint where things started to take the turn south as Quincy Naporti digs in the first pitch. Called a strike on a pitch inside. It's 0-1. And that was against Erie. After his strong outing, his quality start against Hartford a month ago today, his ERA has been constantly rising, and it's just going to keep going up. After the home run to Lipsius, his ERA is up to 8.49 at the moment. Next pitch, Naporti misses high, and it's 1-1. Bowie trails 5-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. As the 1-1 pitch comes in, Naporti grounds it to third, but foul. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So when you include his start against Erie, this is his 5th start since that quality start against Hartford, so 5 starts in the span of a month. That's fine. If I can do the quick math here. He's allowed 38 hits in 5 starts. Here's the 1-2, drilled out toward deep center field. Watson backing up. He's got no chance. This one's way out. Second home run of the inning. Quincy Naporti hits his 16th of the season. And it's 6-0 Erie. That was the biggest blast of them all. 400 feet to straightaway center field for the wall. That one, and I think it might have cleared the batter's eye. 41st RBI of the season for Naporti. And now here's Dane Myers. First pitch home to Myers, misses down, and the count starts out at 1-0. Dane Myers, he's a fantastic story. I remember hearing bits and pieces of it last season. Let me see if they've gathered it here among the press packets for Erie as the next pitch is swung on and missed. Count evens at 1. Myers has just a superhero of a mom. I'll preface it with that. His mother, Rhonda, worked hard as a single mother as Myers loops it in toward right field here, and it hits off the base of the wall for a hit. He'll motor into second base standing. 8th double of the season for Myers as the inning continues against Stallings. Already the 8th hit of the game for Erie, and there's only one out here in the bottom of the second. Here comes pitching coach Josh Conway. So Myers, let's just take this time to tell you about his story. A single mother who sacrificed so much just to make sure that he could still just chase his athletic dream. Dane was an outstanding both running back and a two-way player. He pitched at Rice. He was primarily a pitcher, made the shift over to a position player after spending one season as a pitcher in the Tigers organization, but he was an infielder and a pitcher all through his time at Rice. And let's see. Multiple times, she had to choose between buying groceries and sending him to weekend tournaments. She had to get a special exception from the Department of Motor Vehicles to get his younger sister a driver's license, or his older sister, rather, who was still only 15, a driver's license, and she was granted that exception. And he paid her back by helping out with her real estate work. He's said many times that she's a huge inspiration for him, and rightfully so. I remember hearing about that story last season, and it was just the most heartwarming thing I'd ever heard. Rhonda Myers is a superhero when it comes to baseball parents. I'm very glad to watch Dane Myers chase his dream. As Dylan Dingler steps in, he's up to a 1-1 count with runner at second, still only one away here in the bottom of the second as Bowie trails 6-0. Next pitch home. Dingler swings and misses, breaking ball down and away. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Dingler struck out swinging back in the first inning. Myers at second. They have the shift on for the righty Dingler as the 1-2 is bounced through the shift in toward left center, a base hit. Myers will score as Dingler picks up the single. Make it 7-0 Erie. All the while, Bowie has been keeping the bullpen silent, now finally getting a right-hander up and moving. Believe that to be Tyler Birch. And now here's Kyle Moore. That's another tough day for Garrett Stallings. He allows 9 more hits and only collects 1 out in the second inning. We'll tell you about Tyler Birch in a second. Bowie trails 7-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
We continue on with the bottom of the second here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox, unfortunately, having to make a pitching change earlier than really ever anticipated. 1 1/3 innings for Garrett Stallings. The second time this season that he's only gone an inning and a third. The previous time was part of that 9-run second inning against the Altoona Curve when Bowie surprisingly made a massive comeback to take a 9-7 lead, but eventually losing, or a, what was it, 10-9 lead? Yeah, that was just a long game. Bowie eventually lost, though, 13-12. Tyler Birch will take over for the Baysox as Garrett Stallings matches his career worst day, or in terms of innings pitched. 1 1/3 innings, 9 hits, currently 7 runs all earned. Runner at first belongs to him. He struck out 3 batters and walked just 1, allowed 2 home runs. First pitch, Parker Meadows watches up and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Here's the next. Meadows fouls it off back our way, and one will get over the top awnings of the ballpark, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. So Stallings in line for the loss. If he takes it, he'd fall to 2-6 on the season. But as Birch takes over, he's the new guy to talk about. 6'2", 190-pound right-hander. Fires the 1-1, and it's swung on and missed down and inside. Count to a ball and 2 strikes. Birch was traded over in the Freddie Galvis deal with Philly. On the season with the Baysox, he's been getting it straight as the 1-2 is bounced foul. Over to the right side as the count holds. Overall in the season, he's made 16 appearances, most in the pen. 0-5 with a 9.17 ERA, 17 2/3 innings, 16 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's allowed 6 homers. As the 1-2 comes in, and it's popped up on the infield, left side, sprinting down Greg Cullen into foul territory as Cody Roberts calls him off and makes the catch. Finally, the second out in the inning. But now the 10th batter in the lineup, Andrew Navigato, who opened the frame with a single. Runner still at first, now 2 away. As righty Navigato digs in. His second plate appearance of the frame after that previous single. First pitch in from Birch. A flinch on a called strike inside edge. And it's 0-1 to open. Birch is coming off of an inning against Binghamton where he did allow a couple of runs. The 0-1. Bouncer over towards short. Sliding over to pick at Joey Ortiz. He goes the short way to second, retiring Dingler and mercifully ending the inning. 6 runs across for Erie on 6 hits. As we go to the third, Bowie trails 7-0. We're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Hey fans, care's around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the season. No appointment needed ever. Learn more at patientfirst.com. Bowie trailing 7-0 as we move on to the third inning here at UPMC Park in Erie. Garrett Stallings, an unfortunately short day once again, as Marcus Solbach just at this point has to cruise through 5. He's already done well to open. Fires the first pitch home to Christopher Cespedes, and it's called a strike in the lower outside corner, 0-1. Bowie has just one base hit. It was a 2-out double by Andrew Dashbach in the second. Next pitch misses away to Cespedes, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. .212 average for Cespedes this season, a .686 OPS in 18 games played. As the next pitch is popped up out toward right field, carrying just a tad, but Carey Carpenter is there in front of the warning track to make the catch. One away. Can you tell I'm a fan of the puns from time to time? Because it is the truth. And at this point, when your team is down, you got to make the most of what you can. It happens. It happens. Zach Watson will dig in. First pitch fouled off back to the screen. And the count opens up at 0-1. Waddy batting .176 this season, a .526 OPS in 44 games played, 5 doubles and 2 triples. 2 homers, 8 runs batted in, the 0-1. Fouled off again, but this time between Watson's legs on a bounce. Count goes to 0-2. Watson only made 2 appearances against Erie during the previous series, went 0 for 6, struck out 5 times. Bases empty, 1 away here in the top of the third, the 0-2. Knuckled in the air on the hands to third. Lipsius makes the catch. 2 away. Well, it's a lengthy series for Bowie. So they've still got plenty of time to turn it around. Still plenty of time to turn it around in this game as well. Again, you can't forget, and I'm not going to forget, the last time that Stallings got roughed up in a manner such as this. Bowie still came back to tie and eventually take the lead. As Cesar Prieto steps in, first pitch to the left-hander is bounced into center field for a base hit. Prieto's got hits in 3 consecutive games now as he logs the 2-out single here in the third. Inning continues as Joey Ortiz steps into the box. So a nice changeup on the bottom half of the zone, and Prieto just made the most of it. But you go back to that game in Altoona when Stallings had given up what was a 9-run second inning. He didn't give up all the runs, but he precipitated it as the first pitch to Ortiz is called a strike, top half, 0-1. Bowie scored 9 consecutive runs of their own to take a 10-9 lead, but then Altoona put on 4 runs to make it 13-10. And then Erie added 2 more to lose 13-12. Here's the 0-1. Ortiz pops it up, foul ground behind home. Dingler sheds to the warning track, and it just falls in. Not even on the front row, in front of the front row. On the other side of the netting, still hitting off of the backstop wall. That's how thin of a margin it was there. Still holds the count at 0-2. Yeah, so Bowie's not out just yet. But a 7-run comeback is pretty dire. Here's the 0-2. Here's a slow grounder over towards short, picked by Workman, sent to Wenzel Perez at second to take down Prieto on the force. 6-4 ends the inning, and we're on to the bottom of the third. Bowie trails 7-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
So get your red capes ready and your iron suits too, because it's Superhero Day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, July 31st. You can meet your favorite costumed hero, and the first 750 fans ages 13 and up will pick up a Grayson Rodriguez Superman bobblehead for their own. Not only that, but it'll also be Heroes Day at the ballpark, honoring police, fire, and EMS with a Guns N' Hoses charity softball game. And the Baysox will wear custom Heroes jerseys, auctioned off post-game to benefit the Children's Cancer Foundation. Sunday, July 31st, so get your tickets at Baysox.com. On to the bottom of the third inning here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox still trail 7-0. It's on Tyler Birch from here on out to try and make sure that the Seawolves don't increase. How long they might be able to get out of Birch? Well, who's to say? He usually only goes about 1 inning. He came in and collected 2 outs to end the second inning. And he starts with the number 9 batter, Gage Workman, here. First pitch to the switch hitter is swung on and missed. Count opens up at 0-1. Workman batting lefty, of course, doubled and scored in that second inning. A 6-run frame for the Seawolves as the next pitch comes in and it's grounded foul, first base side. Count already to 0-2. Season high for Birch is 2 1/3 innings. That came in a scoreless outing against Harrisburg. He made 2 appearances in that series against the Senators. One good, one another walk-off. Bowie's been plagued by a couple of those this year. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Spun a breaking ball down and away. Workman's down swinging. First strikeout for Tyler Birch. 4th overall for Baysox pitching. Back at the top of the lineup for Wenzel Perez. So the line on Stallings is closed officially after that second inning finished without the inherited runner scoring. 1 1/3 innings for Stallings. Again, a career low. Ties that 1 1/3 against Altoona. First pitch to the leadoff man Perez is swung on and missed away. It's 0-1. 9 hits for Stallings, 7 runs all earned. He struck out 3, walked 1, allowed 2 homers. Next pitch, Perez watches high. Changeup runs the count even at a ball and a strike. Perez struck out swinging in the first inning. He drove in a run on a fielder's choice in the second. He pops this pitch foul left side and it runs it to 1-2. So let's run a little bit of the numbers on Garrett Stallings over his last few outings. So his previous now 4 starts when you include today. Next pitch, Perez watches high and the count goes even at 2. It's 8 2/3 innings for Stallings. He has allowed 34 hits. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Breaking ball, Perez too far ahead of it. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tyler Birch. So let's see if we can just do a little napkin calculation here. 34 hits in 8 2/3 innings. He's allowed 28 earned runs. First pitch to Andre Lipsy is fouled off. That is an almost incomprehensible 29.08 ERA for Garrett Stallings over his last 4 starts. I feel for the guy at that point. The 0-1, here's a soft liner out toward left field, and it's just over the head of Joey Ortiz for a hit. Lipsius has a 3-hit day, and it's the 3rd inning. That's how the day's been going for Bowie out of the gate. As Kerry Carpenter will step into the box. It's been the overall whip for Stallings. He hasn't walked that many batters. That's one thing he's at least got going for him. He's only given up 4 walks over this span as the first pitch to Carpenter is called a strike bottom edge. It's 0-1. But when you combine those 4 walks with the 34 hits, that's where you run into trouble. Next pitch, pieced foul back to the screen. Count already to 0-2. You combine it, and if you understand the whip statistic, walks plus hits per inning pitched, basically how many base runners a pitcher allows per inning. The 0-2 misses high a fastball. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Carpenter. A good whip is around 1. An average whip around anywhere between 1 1/4 to 1.5. Stallings over his 4-start span has a whip of 4.39. The 1-2. Swinging a flare out towards center. Watson charging in, makes the catch. Inning over. Clean empty frame for Tyler Birch. Strands a two-out single at first base. On to the fourth here at UPMC Park. Bowie trails 7-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Fourth inning here in Erie as the Baysox trail 7-0. Maverick Handley will lead it off. First pitch home is checked on, called a strike on a fastball inside, and the count opens up at 0-1. Handley grounded out to second base back in the first inning, as the next pitch to the right-hander is swung on ahead of the changeup and fouled off right side. Count goes to 0-2. After Handley, it'll be Cody Roberts and Hudson Haskin due up in this frame for Bowie, as Marcus Solbach continues on the mound for Erie. Been pitching well. The 0-2. Breaking ball misses down, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. But Solbach hasn't even really needed to pitch too well. He's just needed an average start, considering the offense that Erie has put up for him. The 1-2. Misses high a fastball, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. But again, in Solbach's defense, he's 30 years old and has bounced around some of the minor leagues. Would really like to prove his worth to get up to AAA as the next pitch is swung on and missed high for strike 3. Handley down on strikes. 4th overall punch out for Solbach today. He's taken down the leadoff batter in all 4 innings so far. Here's Cody Roberts. And again, based on his numbers, the rhythm the numbers he put up at AAA specifically, the rhythm he's working with, in his candor on the mound, I see no reason why Solbach shouldn't be up at AAA right now. First pitch to Roberts is called a strike in the upper inside corner. It's 0-1. But again, I'm not as well versed as much as I was last year in the Tigers minor league organization, and where their needs were. Maybe AAA is packed with pitchers for now. Maybe their rotation is fine. Roberts fouls off the next, and it's 0-2. He grounded out to shortstop back in the second inning as the 0-2 is a line drive over the shortstop to left field, a base hit. Roberts has a 5-game hit streak. 1-out single. And now here's Hudson Haskin. And a very quiet day here at UPMC Park. A very historic town on the shores of Lake Erie. A lot of industry that has since come and gone. But some loyal fans that will turn out for just about every game as Hudson Haskin digs in and watches the first pitch down and in. 1-0 to open it up. Huddy grounded out to shortstop his last time up. He's hit into 4 double plays this season, hoping not 2 here. Here's the 1-0. Line drive, picked out of the air by the second baseman, Perez. Excellent stretch by Perez, and he's got just enough height to make that happen. We've only got him listed at 5'11". Maybe my depth is just a little off here, but he looked at, I don't know, maybe he just stretched out a little. Had some rubber in the bones. Definitely looked like he was taller while making that play. But it's 2 away, and now Andrew Dashbach will dig in. He had the double to left field his first time up as the first pitch is fouled off the other way this time. Count opens up at 0-1. This is a very nice park. Renovated very recently. I want to say the 2019 offseason. So, of course, they didn't get to debut it until later than anticipated because of the canceled 2020 season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Dashbach swings and misses on a heater inside. Count already to 0-2. They added a party deck with more four-top seating, some bar seating, just a general table section for parties over past right field, and then some picnic tables below it, and they added a new kid zone. They redesigned the entire entrance, put it in a different part of the ballpark. The 2-2, a little cracked bat floater in towards center, but it's picked up in shallow center by the second baseman Perez once again. So a one-out single left stranded at first, and as we move to the bottom of the fourth, Bowie still trails 7-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Hey, Baysox fans, if you've got a teacher or educator in your life that's meant a lot to you, or if you're one yourself, then you don't want to miss out on the Baysox Educator Appreciation Week from Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st. Teachers and educators who show a school ID at the Baysox ticket office will get 2 free tickets to a game of their choice between those days, all sponsored by Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. Again, it's Educator Appreciation Week at Prince George's Stadium, Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
On to the bottom of the fourth inning here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox trail 7-0. Matt Sabatis with you on a very lovely evening with Tyler Birch getting back to work in his emergency relief role for the Baysox. Right-hander will face Quincy Naporti to start. Naporti had the solo home run back in the second inning that continued the 6-run frame for Erie. First pitch. Fastball called a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1 to open. Fans, don't forget, because it's coming up soon, not too long from now, Friday, July 15th, Dynamite Night at Prince George's Stadium. The 0-1 pitch to Naporti, driven high in the air, but not deep, out toward right center. Prieto backing up, still backing, finally called off by the right fielder, Cespedes. Cespedes is the one to make the catch. There's one away. Jimmy J.J. Walker coming to the ballpark for Dynamite Night on Friday, July 15th. You can meet the legendary actor and comedian, star of Good Times. Special VIP meet and greet packages are available. I believe the bucket hat is on its way, hopefully to be at the ballpark soon, as the first pitch home to Dane Myers misses up and inside a fastball, 1-0 to open. So get your tickets for that. The meet and greet package, you have to go to BaysoxShop.com to purchase the package deal. The 1-0. Slider misses down and away from Birch, and the count goes to 2-0. If you just want to buy a ticket, you'll probably be able to see him around the ballpark. I imagine there'll be a table set up somewhere. If you just want to buy a ticket, you can just go to Baysox.com. Here's the next. Slider misses down and away. Count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. 2-for-2 day for Myers. Doubled and scored in the second inning. Singled in the first, but was stranded. The 3-0. Called a strike. Fastball inside. And the count goes to 3-1. I can't imagine I'll be able to drop too many dynamites or just simple claps and little bits and pieces from the show and the broadcast that evening. As the 3-1 is driven out toward right field. Should stay in the ballpark as Cespedes tracks it. Ranging toward the warning track, he pulls it down, and there's 2 away. Again, good times was well before my time. Hopefully I don't make any of you feel too bad by stating that fact. But it's just the truth. I was obviously very well aware of the show and aware of the catchphrase. I just never had the opportunity to watch it much myself. Here's Dylan Dingler, first pitch, driven out toward left center field. This one carrying, but Watson has a beat on it. Ranges to his right, finally stops, moves to his left slightly, and pulls it down. 3 flyouts, a perfect 4th inning for Tyler Birch. On to the 5th, Bowie trails 7-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Fifth inning here in Erie as the Baysox trail 7-0. Solbach back to work on the mound and fires a fastball inside to start on Greg Cullen. Cullen flinched on it, and it looks like he made a little bit of contact. At least that's what the home plate umpire says. 0-1 to open. Solbach holds it set at the chin, drops down to the waist before turning at the heel, kicking and firing the next. It's a breaking ball down and away. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. 7, 8, and 9 here in the Bowie lineup as they trail 7-0. 1-1 already on its way from Solbach, and it swung on and missed down and away. Count goes to 1-2. Well, really what Solbach is reminding me of right now is Noah Denoyer. Just the quick rhythm in the placement of his pitches so far. He's throwing batters off. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Curveball down and away. Cullen's down on strikes. 5th strikeout of the day for Solbach. He's only allowed 3 base runners. Individual base hits in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th innings. Adam Stauffer warming in the bullpen for Bowie at the moment. Stauffer coming off of his best outing of the year, hands down. First pitch to Christopher Cespedes is swung on and missed low. 0-1 to open. And again, Solbach is one of the most experienced pitchers that Bowie has faced this season, so it holds up as the 0-1 is cut on and missed away. 0-2. He can just, pick apart the anxiousness and the emotion that Bowie is coming at right now as the 0-2 is swung on and missed high for strike 3. Bowie's down 7-0. What are they going to do? Just be meticulous and be methodical about it at this point? No, they need to spark a rally at some point. And you do that by collecting base hits. While Bowie is such a heavy walking team, when you trail so early on, you're not going to really get something going by drawing walks. First pitch to Zach Watson is drilled out toward right field. Carpenter running back, and it's over his head. Bounces off the top of the wall, and Watson will head into second base standing. 6th double of the season for Waddy. 4th hit of the game for Bowie. And the inning continues after the opening strikeouts. Back to the top of the lineup for Cesar Prieto. Well, the sun's setting just a little bit here at UPMC Park. And again, I mentioned it all the way back in the first inning. They're one of the most unique parks in their left field. First pitch to Prieto. Misses down for a ball, 1-0. So they've got the arena in left field, Erie Insurance Arena. It's primarily the home of their OHL hockey team, the Erie Otters. It's the Ontario Hockey League. And it comprises a majority of the left field wall, just the wall of the arena. Next pitch, pieced foul. Hits off of the glove of the catcher as the count goes even at 1. Prieto 1 for 2 on the day, singled in the 3rd. Struck out swinging in the 1st. But yeah, because of the arena there in left field and center field get hit by the shadows very early, while there's just a bit of sun stretching across the infield right now. The 1-1 crushed high and deep out toward left field, sends Navigato backing toward the corner. He sees it and makes the catch on the warning track. A high drive by Prieto, but just not a deep drive as the inning comes to a close. We're halfway home here at UPMC Park. Game 1 of this 6-game tilt is all Erie so far. 5-7 Seawolves. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it's the most special day of the year at Prince George's Stadium, and it comes your way Friday, July 29th. It's the 23rd Navy Night, presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Join the United States Naval Academy class of 2026 and take in the Baysox as they face off against the Altoona Curve. It all comes your way on Friday, July 29th, and first pitch is scheduled for 7:05 with some fantastic post-game fireworks. The 23rd Annual Navy Night at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Home half of the 5th inning here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox still trail 7-0. Bowie goes into the bullpen for the 2nd time today. A valiant outing from Tyler Birch. Excellent work when called upon much earlier than he may have anticipated and for much longer than he definitely anticipated. Adam Stauffer takes over on the mound for Bowie as Birch finishes with 2 2/3 innings of work, a season's high, longest for him this year, allowed just 1 hit and no runs. As Parker Meadows digs in, first pitch misses down and inside, 1-0 to the left-hander. Birch struck out 2 batters, didn't walk anyone. Here's the 1-0. Fastball called a strike in the upper outside corner. It's 1-1. It's a very high quality and commendable day for Tyler Birch in relief as it makes way for Stauffer. Right-hander delivers the next, and the 1-1 is lined up the middle of base hits. Meadows breaks out of his brief hitless skid, started the day 0 for 2, came up empty in the final game of the Altoona series as well, but now has a single to lead off the 5th inning. And that breaks up a lengthy hitless skid for Adam Stauffer as well. He picked up the spot start in Game 2 of the doubleheader a week ago tomorrow. And all things considered, probably the best outing in a starting role from the relievers, the primary relievers, all season. First pitch to Andrew Navigato, called a strike, a high fastball, 0-1. Don't even need to say all things considered. Based on the numbers, it just flat out was. 5 hitless innings. He struck out 6 and only walked 1. Bowie couldn't finish out the no-hitter, though. Jensen Elliott gave up a couple of hits, but still pitched the shutout 4-0. 0-1 pitch, misses high, back pick to first. Andrew Dashbach was not close enough to the bag. The throw actually looked pretty on time, but Dashbach had ran in just a little bit. So he would have had to kind of backtrack to get the tag there, and of course he couldn't. Too slow. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball misses way high the curve as Roberts had to pop out and pull that one in. Runner at first, 1 away. Make that none away. They've got 1 up on the video board as the next pitch. Here's the next. Swing and a miss high for strike 3. First out of the inning. First strikeout for Adam Stauffer, 6th overall for Bowie pitching. And now here's Gage Workman. Pickoff throw to first. That one close, but just a little late. Next offering, runner goes, and it's popped up on the infield. That's going to send Meadows back as Prieto waves the arms on the dirt, makes the catch, 2 away. Now back to the top of the lineup in Wenzel Perez. Wait, this is Workman. I'm lost here. First pitch to Workman. Called a strike. And it's 0-1. Didn't Navigato just strike out? I guess he didn't. I thought I saw him walk away. I was looking back. I looked down. I looked up. And I had just assumed. Runner goes. Next pitch. Down and away for a ball. Throw to second is in time. Oh, Cody Roberts. You can't stop the man. That's another caught stealing for Cody. He's nabbed 14 of 25 total attempts this season. Really the best catcher in the Eastern League behind the dish this year. That one goes 2-6. Now there's 2 outs. As Workman is at it 1-1. Next pitch. Called a strike on the lower inside corner. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes here. Next pitch from Stauffer. Bounces in. Almost clipped him on the foot. Runs the count even at 2. Workman doubled back in the second inning. He struck out swinging in the third. Yeah, so I'd gotten tangled up. They did toss an out up on the video board. I thought Andrew Navigato had struck out. It's very confusing. The 2-2 fouled off left side as the count stays even. They have been having some technical issues here at UPMC Park. You go on a 2-week road trip, you come back, things are bound to break. Ran into that plenty of times this season at Prince George's Stadium. As the 2-2 comes in, and it's single to right field. Just shot it past the second baseman, Cesar Prieto. Workman's got a 2-hit day. Now back to the top of the lineup in Wenzel Perez, as I'm finally caught back up. But yes, a handful of technical issues today that we've already kind of run through when it comes to things like the pitch speed, no analytic data feeds. As the first pitch to the switch hitter Perez misses inside for a ball. It's 1-0. And trying to keep up with what had been just a funky game to start, especially for Bowie. As they trail 7-0, the 1-0 is singled into right field. Shouldn't say single, as that one's looped out toward the Baysox bullpen. Should go for 3 as it hits off the bench in the bullpen. 1 run will score as Perez turns at second and heads to third without a throw. RBI triple for Wenzel Perez, his first at Double-A, and it's 8-0 Erie. Well, I had said it not too long ago, back in the first inning. This is a very triple-friendly ballpark when you just hook it enough up the first base line. Lefties have such fun with this ballpark because they have the bullpen punched directly back into the corner. While at Prince George's Stadium, the bullpen is slightly down the line, a lot closer, about, I'd say, 3/4 of the way up to the wall. That's just not the case here. Andre Lipsius in the box. He's already behind 0-2. Again, Bowie already trailing 8-0, so not much more we need to keep track of when it comes to the nuts and bolts of this one. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider misses down and away. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, once you curl it up that line just enough, it'll ricochet into the bullpen, and the bench itself is backed up to the wall. So when it hits off of the wall, it hits off of the bench and just dies there. The 1-2 pitch misses down. The count goes even at 2. And because of that, any right fielder that isn't really shaded up against the line is liable to just give up a 3-bagger. And that's what happened. The throw didn't even get to the infield before Perez was at third base. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off. The fastball misses high. And the count stays even. Runner at third, 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Bowie trailing 8-0. As the 2-2 comes in, and it's bounced slowly to first. Gobbled up by Andrew Dashbach, and he'll take the slow trot over to the bag and keep on moving over toward the dugout. 3 unassisted ends the inning, but not before Erie tacks on another. 2-out RBI triple by Wenzel Perez, and we're on to the 6th. Bowie down 8-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Only 2 chances to catch fireworks in June on the 17th and 18th against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
On to the 6th inning here in Erie as the Baysox trail 8-0. Matt Sabatis with you. Joey Ortiz, the first batter of the frame. First offering home, misses down and away, and it's 1-0. Marcus Solbach is back to work, trying to work 6 scoreless innings. See if he can maybe go a little bit further as the next offering is bounced foul, third base side. Count goes even to the ball and a strike. Solbach only had 65 pitches, and again, a lengthy minor league veteran at 30 years old probably has plenty of distance in the arm. If he keeps efficient, I could see him easily going 7. As the 1-1 comes into Ortiz, and it's a slider that misses down and away. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Joey 0 for 2 on the day, struck out swinging in the first, bounced into a force out in the third. Solbach fires the 2-1, and Ortiz watches high. Fastball runs the count to 3 balls and a strike. Solbach does have 1 complete game on the books, the 3-1. Fouled off right side. Count runs full on Ortiz. But it was a long, long time ago. Not necessarily a galaxy far, far away, but if you want to call the Midwest a different galaxy, I wouldn't necessarily blame you. Because it was in the Midwest League back when he was pitching in the Twins organization. 3-2, fouled off right side again by Ortiz. Gary Carpenter runs it down, but it's well out of play. We'll stick around. And he had a 9-inning complete game back when he was with the Twins. I believe they were Cedar Rapids still. All the way back in 2014 against Peoria, the Cardinals affiliate. 3-2 pitch, Ortiz. Late swing, pushed over to third. Picked up by Andre Lipsius between the legs and sent to first base easily. 5-3 put out. 1 away, and on to Maverick Handley. Most that Solbach has tossed this season is 6 innings. He's actually done it a couple of times, including his last start against Altoona. That was a quality start. And then he had another quality start against Nashville back when he was up with AAA. Again, I'm still intrigued as to why he didn't get more of a sniff with AAA Toledo. First pitch to Maverick Handley is a called strike on a curveball inside. 0-1 to open. Handley 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to second in the first. Struck out swinging in the fourth. As the 0-1 pitch comes in, it's lifted foul right side. Count already to 0-2. Because his first start with AAA Toledo was 5 innings of 4 hit ball, 2 runs, none earned. Only 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. A 12-2 win. He was the winning pitcher. Next pitch to Handley misses down for a ball. It's 1-2. And then his next, he was the tough luck loser in a quality start. 6 innings, 1 run. Next pitch fouled off, back to the screen. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes on Handley. And the only reason he lost that game was because Toledo was shut out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Handley bounces it again to third. This one a slow roller, picked at the chest by Lipsius, sent to first, and the digout is improper. Dane Myers couldn't get there. I think it actually ricocheted off of Handley as well, but he's in safely. You're going to go and check that one on the board to see what the ruling might go down. I want to say base hit, considering how slowly it was hit, but the bounce on the throw might alter the decision-making, and they do charge it as an error on Lipsius. 7th error of the season for the third baseman. As Cody Roberts digs in. First pitch. Roberts watches away for a ball. It's 1-0 to open. Single back in the 4th inning for Roberts, extended his hit streak. He's now got hits in 13 of his last 14 for the Baysox. That's really all it is right now. Handley and Roberts are the anchors of the Bowie offense at the moment. Here's the 1-0. Called a strike. Breaking ball in the upper inside corner. It's 1-1. Well, that's not necessarily a fair thing to say because Andrew Dashbach is on an 8-game hitting streak as well. I think he might finally be able to bump his average up above 200 if he can maybe pick up one more hit in this game. And then Cesar Prieto, he's been attacking early, seeing the ball very, very well. He's gotten some good barrels, and a lot of times lately when he's attacked on the first pitch, he's been making keen contact and picking up base hits too. He had that single back in the 3rd inning. And of course, Joey Ortiz, who's been on such a good run and finding a good home in the 2 slot. 2-1 pitch, nicked foul into the catcher's mitt as the count evens at 2 on Roberts. Runner at first, one away here in the top of the 6th inning as Bowie trails 8-0. 4 hits for the Baysox, 13 hits for the Seawolves. As Robert steps out of the box and steps back in. Solbach has the shadow stretched just across the middle of the mound, splitting him in half as the 2-2 is lined past him, but picked by the second baseman. Flip to the shortstop, sent to first, it's late. Perez with a nifty underhand to Gage Workman. Workman had to pick it on the run, tag the bag and throw it to first, but just couldn't get it to Myers to complete the double play. Would have been a tremendous one if it got done, but instead it just goes down as a fielder's choice, 4-6. Roberts is aboard for the second time. And now here's Hudson Haskin with 2 outs. First pitch, right-hander Haskin fouls it off right side, and it's 0-1 to open. Well, we don't have much of an obstructed view at this ballpark. Broadcast location isn't directly behind home plate. It's just slightly at an angle, but still in between the on-deck circles. But there is a slight obstruction to left field. The 0-1 plunks Haskin. That one on the shoulder blade. That's the usual thing. What's he up to now, 11? Let's see. 11 hit by pitches this season. Coming up on the halfway point. So now he is on pace to eclipse his 20 from last year. But again, he got his 20 last season in 83 games. That was only his 11th in his 51st game. So remember, Haskin had that broken thumb last season that really hampered his work. There is a right-hander warming in the bullpen for Erie. But again, there is a relative obstruction to pretty much all of left field here. Not all of left field, but the deepest trenches of the corner in left. And that's exactly where the Seawolves bullpen is. At least the Baysox bullpen is broad daylight, and I could see that just about as clear as day. But the best I can tell you about what Erie is working with right now is just right-handed pitcher. That's it. We got railings, a couple of chairs, a table, and then more railings down in front of the bullpen, blocking my view. So Bowie has another base runner and a runner in scoring position now, still with 2 outs as Andrew Dashbach steps in the box. First pitch is a fastball called for strike in the upper inside corner. 0-1 to open. Doubled in left field in the second inning for Dash. Popped out to second base his last time up. Here's the 0-1. Grounded over towards short. Skipped around the runner. Gage Workman still has plenty of time to pick it. An underhand to second to take out Haskin the short way. 6-4 fielder's choice ends the inning. Bowie does get a couple of runners, but can't do anything with them. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Bowie trails 8-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Hey fans, On the Green Incorporated is celebrating 25 years of custom lawn care and pest control programs. Guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green. Go to onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Matt Sabatas with you as we move on to the bottom of the sixth here in Erie. Bowie trailing 8-0. First pitch home to Kerry Carpenter. A flinch on a breaking ball down and away, and the count opens up at 1-0. Stauffer back to work on the mound. Second reliever for Bowie today. Stauffer did allow a run on a 2-out RBI triple in the fifth. Next pitch, lefty Carpenter watches fastball miss down and inside, 2-0. 1 for 3 day for Carpenter. RBI double in the first inning. It's mere inches from a home run. Struck out swinging in the second, flew out to center his last time up. Next pitch swung on and missed low, and it's 2-1. Well, again, if you're not familiar, I've spoken about it briefly just at a couple of points this season. As the 2-1 pitch, a flinch and a high fastball. They'll appeal. He didn't go around on the check. Count goes to 3-1. Is that so I worked at this ballpark with this organization last season as an assistant before getting the job with Bowie. So, of course, a lot of hi, how you doings, catching ups. Once getting back here as the 3-1 is laced into left center field, a base hit, bouncing toward the wall. Taking it off of the bounce, the center fielder Watson as Carpenter charges into second base with his second double of the day. Leadoff two-bagger is his 14th of the season. Quincy Naporti will dig in. 15th hit of the day for the Seawolves. And I gotta say, just walking around this ballpark and seeing a couple of different parts from the visitors' side, because of course working here, I was on the home side. From the visitors' perspective, as reminded me as to why I like the Eastern League so much and why I feel it's one of the best leagues in minor league baseball. First pitch to Quincy Naporti, called a strike in the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. Because there's so much differing little bits and pieces of personality among the opposing ballparks here, as the hum of the light towers here in UPMC Park starts to fill the air. The 0-1, popped foul right side, 0-2. Still plenty of sunlight, but they've just now shifted those lights on. And you can hear them warming up with that very soft, incandescent buzz. Runner at second, nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth as Bowie trails 8-0. The 0-2 pitch to Naporti is driven out toward the right field corner. A little deep. Cespedes backing up, and he drops it off of his glove into the bullpen. Naporti to second, Carpenter to third. Of course, Carpenter was held up, thinking that would be a flyout. That's going to go down as an error on Cespedes, his first in right field this season in 12 games. First error of the game for Bowie. And it's second and third with nobody out. But there's just so much personality about every single ballpark in this league. Of course, Bowie's is its proximity to 3 very fun metropolitan areas. Of course, the 2 main ones between Baltimore and in Washington, D.C., but of course Annapolis, too. First pitch to Dane Myers is swung on and missed. Count opens up at 0-1. Myers a 2 for 3 day. Single into center field, a double into right. He scored in the second inning, flew out to right his last time up, the 0-1. Nice breaking ball from Stauffer, called for strike. It's 0-2. But there's just so much about each individual ballpark and each individual location that is so unique. Next pitch to Myers, bounces in. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Of course, Richmond being the capital of Virginia, Harrisburg the capital of Pennsylvania, you get so much history there. Richmond is a city just filled with Civil War history as well. And so much to do in a vibrant downtown area. That ballpark, very historic too. Same with Harrisburg, considering their ballpark is on an island. The 1-2. Gets past Roberts to the screen. A run will score. Fastball missed down and away as Carpenter is home. Naporti to third, and it's 9-0. Still nobody out in this inning either. Runner at third. And a 1-2 count on Myers. Next pitch on its way. Myers swings and misses on a high fastball. He's down on strikes. First strikeout for Adam Stauffer. 6th overall for Bowie pitching. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 6th. That run is going to go down as earned, and I do think that to be the right call. Because Quincy Naporti's error, the one that he reached on, was so deep in toward the right field corner that Kerry Carpenter most likely would have tagged up from second base and gone to third anyway. First pitch to Dylan Dingler is called a strike. Bottom edge is 0-1. 1 for 3 day for Dylan. An RBI single in the second. Next pitch called a strike again. This time a curveball inside, and it's 0-2. But there's just so many fun little quirks about every visiting ballpark. Of course, Somerset, the newest team in the Eastern League. You've still got plenty to do in the shadow of New York City. Reading is the most historic ballpark in the league and one of the most historic minor league parks in the country, not to mention their long-standing affiliate with Philadelphia, the longest single affiliation between any major and minor league team in the history of the sport. Akron is smack dab in the middle of downtown Akron, not too far away from their parent affiliate in Cleveland, much the same as Bowie is to Baltimore. Dunkin' Donuts Park is in downtown Hartford and continually rated as one of the best ballparks in all of minor league baseball. There's just so much history in each individual ballpark, and that's something that I've come to appreciate now, coming back as the visitor here to Erie. So working here last year, I didn't appreciate it as much. I just took it on as the work, day to day. 2-2, the count to Dingler. Runner at third, one away. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses up and inside, and the count runs full. And one of the things I have very much enjoyed about some of the amenities around this area is its proximity to Lake Erie. Next pitch misses down and away, and a walk for Dingler. First walk given up by Stauffer, just the second today by Bowie pitching. And now on to Parker Meadows. Double play ball in effect. Meadows, though, has been a big fly ball hitter. Ground ball to fly ball ratio of just 0.5. So what that tells you, he flies out about twice as often. That's all you needed to know. He's only hit into one double play this season, over 43 games. At the corners with one out. First pitch home. Fastball dots the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Meadows 1 for 3, singled up the gut in the 5th inning. Got caught stealing second base, though. As the 0-1 comes in, and it's fouled off back to the screen, 0-2. Dingler, not a stolen base kind of guy. Hasn't even attempted one this season, but Erie and the Tigers as an organization have been pretty aggressive when it comes to the double steal in these kinds of situations. First and third, only one out. This is prime double steal scenario. The 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and inside. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. It's not very hard to pull off, and a lot of times, runner at first takes off. Even if he's caught, you're more concerned about the runner at third coming home to score. But again, Bowie trails 9-0, so it's not like Erie's going to try and run up the score too much as the 1-2 comes in high. Fastball runs the count even at 2. Yeah, but one of the great things about this location is its proximity to the lake. There's a small little islet called Presque Isle as the 2-2 moves down and inside a fastball, has Meadows skip his feet out of the way to run the count full. Back-to-back full counts worked by Stauffer. And it's a very lovely, all-natural state park. There's a couple of beaches on there. Don't know off the top of my head. It's probably around 50 or so, 60 acres. I don't know acres that well. The 3-2 is popped up toward the left side of the infield. It's picked up by Joey Ortiz. I don't know why I'm estimating the land area. I couldn't tell you how close of an estimate I even am there. That was just a completely fabricated number. But it is a very lovely state park. That much I can tell you. I do know, because I have gone on long walks and some runs there, that it is probably about 10 miles or so long from its entrance. It's a very slim entrance, almost like a land bridge. As the first pitch to Andrew Navigado misses up and inside for a ball. It's 1-0. First and third now 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th as Bowie trails 9-0. Navigado on the day. 1 for 3, a single back in the 2nd inning. He came around to score after opening up that frame. Next pitch called a strike in the lower outside corner. It's 1-1. But again, in terms of natural beauty and natural availability when it comes to just the outdoors, Erie kind of leads the pack in the Eastern League. Next pitch to Navigado, fouled off right side, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. Bowie has an arm up. Right-hander in the bullpen at the moment. Looks to be Clayton McGinnis. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a fly ball out toward right field. Cespedes hoping to redeem himself, but Prieto making the call, and the bucket catch over the shoulder. Good run in and a good track by Cesar Prieto to end the inning. A wild pitch, however, does bring another run home for Erie. Gary Carpenter scores to make it 9-0 here after 6. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Make sure you've got your Jedi cloaks ready on Saturday, July 16th for Star Wars Saturday at Prince George's Stadium. Meet dozens of Star Wars characters out at the ballpark, take part in interactive exhibits and lightsaber battles, and you can bid on specialty game-worn jerseys by the Baysox players at the game. It's all sponsored by Taco Bell, and it comes your way on Saturday, July 16th. So get your tickets now for Star Wars Saturday at the ballpark by heading to Baysox.com. Just a 6-game road trip for the Baysox. So far, not off to the best of starts, as Bowie trails 9-0 here in the opener of this series with Erie. But they do have plenty to be excited about when they return home to Prince George's Stadium to start out the second half against the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Back-to-back firework spectaculars
for the Baysox. It's the Independence Day weekend celebration with huge post-game fireworks. Saturday, July 2nd, Royal Farms brings it, and Johns Hopkins Community Physicians brings the biggest fireworks show of the season on Sunday, July 3rd. So get your tickets at baysox.com for the Independence Day Fireworks Spectacular. We're on to the 7th here at UPMC Park in Erie, as the Seawolves have gone to the bullpen for the first time today. Nick Kuja takes over for Erie. Relieves Marcus Solbach, who finishes with, in essence, well, not even in essence, his best start of the season. Next pitch fouled off of Cullen's leg. Count goes to 0-2. It'll be Cullen, Christopher Cespedes, and Zach Watson due up in this half inning. So Solbach tosses 6 scoreless innings. High quality start for him. Third start of the year that he's gone 6 innings. And the first one that he's worked completely scoreless. Allowed just 4 hits, struck out 6, did not walk any. As a matter of fact, 6 strikeouts is the highest since his debut in the Tigers organization back on April 12th in Somerset. He struck out 9 in 4 1/3 innings, a 2-1 loss. Next pitch to Cullen, swung on and missed inside. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. But Solbach is in line for the win, and he's got plenty of cushion to hold on to that win. Next pitch, misses wide, and the count goes even at 2. Cullen has struck out swinging twice, once in the 2nd, once in the 5th. And he asks for a brief time from the home plate umpire before Kuja gets set. Tell you a little bit about Nick Kuja, 6'4", 190-pound, 26-year-old right-hander from Seymour, Connecticut. Claimed off of waivers back in 2021. The 2-2 pitch. Cullen watches fastball miss up and away. Count runs full. What a wild time it is in Binghamton right now. As the payoff comes in, and it's popped foul by Cullen, left side out of play. So, of course, Bowie had to face off against rehabbing big leaguer James McCann, and while he did finally wake up in the last couple of at-bats in that series, he still eventually struck out 8 times in 3 games against the Baysox. Looked relatively normal for a catcher in his 30s with plenty of big league experience and an all-star selection, as the 3-2 misses down and away to Cullen for ball 4. Leadoff walk, first walk given up by any Erie pitcher today, and it's the first batter that Kuja faces. It's Christopher Cespedes digs in. But not only did Binghamton get McCann, and he's still with them, mind you, recovering from that broken hamate bone of his in his left hand, Max Scherzer made a rehab start for the Ponies at Mirabito Stadium. First pitch to Christopher Cespedes is called a strike inside. It's 0-1. Scherzer struck out 6 in 3 1/3 innings of work for Binghamton before wrapping up his day. And he was pitching to McCann. I imagine that was part of the decision-making. As the next pitch to Cespedes misses inside. I was looking at the schedule for Binghamton, and I was very intrigued as to why they were going that route, because they have closer affiliates. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right side. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Cespedes, who's 0 for 2. Again, Bowie trailing 9-0 here in the top of the 7th. I know Syracuse, they're not necessarily closer, but their facilities are, of course, a little bit better, being AAA. And then there's High A Brooklyn, which is much, much closer to Queens. Cespedes strikes out swinging on a high fastball, first out at the 7th inning. 7 strikeouts for Erie pitching. And now on to Zach Watson. But yes, just a very intriguing set for New York to send Scherzer to Binghamton. But it does make a little bit of sense because Brian McCann was still rehabbing there, but it was also intriguing to have Brian McCann rehab on the road in Bowie. Here's a soft flare into right field for a base hit. Zach Watson has his 2nd hit of the day. Greg Cullen goes to second base. And now on to Cesar Prieto. For Watson, that's his 6th multi-hit game of the season. And as the top of the lineup digs in, Prieto maybe has an opportunity to break the shutout. Got to tell you a little bit more about Nick Kuja. Haven't told you his stats yet. As the first pitch is bounced slowly to first. An easy scoop and bounce for Dane Myers. Hopped on over to the bag for the 3 unassisted. Runners advance. It's the second out of the inning. Nick Kuja has made 17 appearances this season. Third most out of the pen for Erie. He's gone 2-3 with a 7.15 ERA. 22 and 2/3 innings. He struck out 26 and walked 17. 3 homers allowed. He faces Joey Ortiz. First pitch. Fastball comes too far up and inside on Joey. Count opens up at 1-0. 0 for 3 day for Ortiz. He struck out swinging in the first. Hit into a force in the third and grounded out to third base his last time up. That was the 6th. We're here in the 7th. Bowie trails 9-0, 1-0. Called a strike. Fastball dots the inside edge, and the count goes even at 1. They don't have the shift on fully for Ortiz, but they're shaded that way as the 1-1 misses inside. Count goes to 2-1. And it's been such an interesting shift for Ortiz. Really didn't mean to make a pun there, but I guess that counts, is that he was sending the ball the opposite way so often at the start of the season, and he crushes it out toward left center here. Meadows is ranging back, but it's in play. And about 10 feet in front of the warning track, he makes the catch. A couple of base runners, including one in scoring position, are left stranded. As we stretch here at UPMC Park in Erie, the Baysox trail 9-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Back from the stretch here in Erie as the Baysox still trail 9-0. Matt Sabatas with you on, fortunately, what's been just a lovely night ahead of what should be flat out a lovely week here at UPMC Park in the northwest corner of Pennsylvania. Adam Stauffer is back to work for Bowie, and he fires the first pitch in the dirt to Gage Workman, 1-0 to open. Another fun quirk about this this geographical area, to put it bluntly, I picked this up last year, the 1-0 pitch. Called a strike, a fastball, upper outside corner, rather. It's 1-1. So it's the northwest corner of Pennsylvania, obviously. You only have to go about, I think, 20 or so minutes to get into Ohio. The 1-1 pitch misses down, and the count goes to 2-1. There's an actual city not too far from here. It's basically just the same metropolitan area. It's called Northeast. Next pitch, swung on and missed inside, and the count goes even at 2 on Workman. It's Workman, Wenzel Perez, and Andre Lipsius do up. But yeah, there is a town called Northeast Pennsylvania, and it's in northwest Pennsylvania. I find that so humorous. As the 2-2 misses inside for a ball, count fills here on the leadoff batter in the 7th inning. Again, Bowie down 9-0. That has to be a joke, right? Someone had to have named that town as a joke. The 3-2. Swinging a line shot, but foul. Third base side. It'll get out as the count holds full. I'm going to look up the history of that town maybe when we get back to the hotel tonight, because why would you name a town Northeast when you're in the most northern and westernmost part of the state? 3-2 pitch misses up and away for ball 4. Leadoff walk drawn by Workman. He's reached 3 times today. Second one given up by Adam Stauffer this evening. Third overall for Baysox pitching. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that it is close to the New York border. Maybe it was initially meant to be in New York and the borders changed. I don't know. It's just so funny to me that you would name a town Northeast when it's in the northwest portion of the state. Oh, where are you from? I'm from Northeast Pennsylvania. Oh, so around like Philly or something. No, actually on the northwest side of Pennsylvania. It's just, why? 0-1 the count to start on Wenzel Perez. Here's the next. Perez watches away for a ball, and the count evens. 1 for 4 day for Perez. He has a triple and a pair of runs driven in, as Stauffer continues to work. Here's the 1-1. Fastball misses low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Bowie had Clayton McGinnis up and tossing in the bullpen back in the last half inning. But it looks like he's just meandering right now. Here's the 2-1. Fastball misses up and away. And the count goes to 3 balls and a strike on Perez. Today's the summer solstice, isn't it? So what time is sunset? Again, a 9-0 game. You've just got to take what you can get and have fun with what remains of the day. Next offering to Perez is a fastball called for strike in the upper outside corner. Sunset is not until 8:59 this evening. That's something. Here's the 3-2. Pieced foul, just a bit on a curveball down. Count runs or stays full. Now, D.L. Hall looks like he's having a good day up at AAA Norfolk. There's been a lot of ups and downs with his return from that lengthy start on the development list to open the season. I was honestly surprised he'd only made 1 appearance with Bowie, as another payoff comes to Perez, and it's again fouled off right side. Hall did come and make his lone start during Adley Rutschman's quote-unquote rehab journey back through the minors. And if I'm remembering correctly, he only tossed 3 innings, which I found relatively interesting because it was already his second start. I figured they might have stretched him a little bit more. Another 3-2 to Perez is driven out toward the right field corner, again for a base hit, and again trickling toward the bullpen. He could try for 3 as he's got wheels. 1 run will score as Perez gets to third sliding. He didn't need to slide as the throw was held up in right field. It's his second triple of the game, and it's 10-0 Erie. Such a good corner for the left-handers here at UPMC Park. When you get a handle of it, you can make the most of it. Well, that's the first game all season that a batter has collected multiple triples. Of course, it's not the first game this year where Bowie has allowed multiple triples. Talked about Altoona in those wide gaps between left and right field. They had 3 triples in a game back on June 2nd. "10-0 Bowie trails as Andre Lipsius watches first pitch down. It's 1-0. Yeah, but D.L. Hall, as we were discussing very briefly, 4 innings of no-hit ball so far, but on 67 pitches. That's been really the interesting part of Hall's development. And I've talked about it a couple of times, especially with Bowie relievers lately. The efficiency could just really use, I don't know if you could call it a reset or just something that needs to be changed. There's so many long plate appearances. The 1-1 by Stauffer is lifted out to center, picked up by Watson, but Perez will tag and score. Sacrifice fly makes it 11-0 Erie. Lipsy is with his 4th run driven in of the day. He's up to 28 on the season. And now finally the first out of the 7th inning. Now here's Kerry Carpenter. Yeah, I really feel like that is what is hampering DL Hall's eventual call-up to Camden Yards, is his lack of efficiency. Baltimore has already had plenty of issues with starters not going very deep this year. And of course, the minute they lost John Means, the entire season just got a lot tougher. Kerry Carpenter fouls off a pitch low as the count evens at 1 here. Bowie trailing 11-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yeah, so when you lose Grayson Rodriguez the way that Baltimore did, you've still got DL Hall, but having to slowly monitor him and make sure that you don't get burned in any capacity simply because of the injury he sustained last season. You don't want anything to pop up. You're treading on such light ground. The 1-2 to Carpenter is driven high out toward the right field corner, but hooking and falling in foul. A ball and 2 strikes on Carpenter still, who's 2 for 4 on the day, a pair of doubles, a run driven in and 1 scored. So, of course, you're cautious with Hall, but it's still very troubling that the efficiency isn't really taking any steps in the right direction. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. High fastball. Second strikeout for Adam Stauffer today. And there's 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Again, it's fortunate that, you know, he's not going in the wrong direction. It's not getting worse, but it's not going in the right direction. And that I really hope that that'll be something that changes soon for DL Hall, because he's a very confident and just flat-out fun pitcher to watch. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as his day progresses. Kyle Moore is out of the dugout, and Adam Stauffer's day is done. Looks to be Clayton McGinnis coming in for Bowie. We'll tell you more about it in a second. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey Baysox fans, On the Green Inc. is a proud sponsor of the Baysox and is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs with guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Mention this ad and receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Inc. Visit our website at onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Let's go Baysox and On the Green Inc., your lawn care team.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning continues here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox make another pitching change. Their 3rd reliever today as Clayton McGinnis takes over for the Baysox. A reasonable day for Adam Stauffer. Falls in line with the unfortunate kind of day that Bowie has been having. 2 2/3 innings for Stauffer. He allowed 5 hits and 4 runs, all of them were earned. He struck out 2. Walked 2. Didn't give up any home runs. The 2 walks ties the season's high. With 2 away and the bases empty here in the bottom of the 7th, Clayton McGinnis takes over with Quincy Naporti up to bat. First pitch home to the right-hander is a late swing foul on a fastball right side. Count opens up at 0-1. Naporti has reached 3 times today, a walk in the first, a solo homer in the second, and an error in the 6th. Here's the next. Naporti watches a breaking ball miss low, as the count starts out at 1-0. Or rather goes even at 1. Here's the next. They didn't have the video board up for the first 2 pitches there. It was very confusing. Next pitch popped foul right side. Count goes to 1-2. Again, we're just off the rails in this game. This Bowie trails 11-0. Lights are doing their hearty hum here. Oh, goodness, the 1-2. Late swing, line drive, left field, base hit. Scooped up by Hudson Haskin as Naporti has his second hit of the day. Dane Myers will dig in. To tell you a little bit about McGinnis, 6'1", 180-pound right-hander, non-drafted free agent signee back in 2019 from Wichita State. On the season with Bowie, McGinnis has gone 1-0 in 4 appearances, a 10.50 ERA, 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks, a homer. Faces right-hander Dane Myers now. First pitch, fastball, misses away. Rolls off of the glove of Cody Roberts, but he doesn't let it get too far. Count opens up at 1-0. 2 for 4 day for Myers. A single, a double, a run scored. Flew out to right field in the 4th. Struck out swinging his last time up back in the 6th. Here's the 1-0. Line drive out towards center. Watson had a short hesitation on it before backing up and catching it on the run. The inning is over and a runner is stranded at first, but Erie does tack on 2 more. RBI triple by Wenzel Perez and a sacrifice fly by Andre Lipsius. We go to the 8th. Bowie trails 11-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
On to the 8th inning here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox trail 11-0. New pitcher on the mound for the Seawolves as they get 1 inning of relief out of Nick Kuja. He danced around some trouble, stranded runners at 2nd and 3rd, but still worked scoreless. His final line, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Joe Navalon takes over on the mound for the Seawolves. He fires the first pitch home to Maverick Handley, and it misses low for a ball. Count opens up at 1-0. Next offering to the right-hander. Fastball called for strike on the top edge of the zone, and it's 1-1. It'll be Handley, Robertson, and Haskin due up in this half inning for Bowie, as their best bet now is to try and break the shutout. 1-1 pitch. Handley takes a late swing and punches it foul to the screen. Count goes to 1-2. Navalon very acclimated with this team, this organization, and this league in general. Of course, the Tigers I'm speaking of. The 1-2. Check swing, a flinch inside. Breaking ball runs the count even at 2. He's been with Erie for coming up on a year and a half now. Right, 6 foot, 205-pound right-hander, rather. 28 years of age from Brentwood, California. Handley fouls off another pitch as the count holds even at 2. 16 appearances this season. He's gone 4-0. But a 5.09 ERA in 23 innings. He struck out 26 and has only walked 3. It's one of the best strikeout-to-walk ratios in the bullpen for Erie. Here's a floater out toward second base, and Dane Myers. Nifty play. Had to take a little hop up to catch it over the shoulder with his back to the infield. Took away a soft little looper from Hanley. Could have fallen for a base hit. But it's 1 out to start the 8th inning. And Navalon has allowed 7 home runs this season. That's the most out of the bullpen for Erie. But he struggled against left-handed batters. That's really been his key issue. 5 of his 7 home runs have been against lefties. Bowie only has 2 lefties in the lineup, and neither of them have been big home run hitters this season. Cody Roberts in the box. He fouls off a pitch to run the count early to 0-2. Again, as Bowie trails 11-0 here in the top of the 8th inning. Roberts riding an 1 for 3 day, rather. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Change up high, and he's down on 3. Again, at this point, when you trail 11-0, Bowie is obviously such a meticulous team. They do like to draw the walks. They do like to extend the plate appearances, but the way they operate can draw some things out. But now it's definitely obvious they're just trying to see what they can do when it comes to the hit category. They've only drawn the 1 walk today. Here's the 1-0 to Hudson Haskin, fouled off right side as the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Because you trail 11-0. And again, the large comeback for Bowie, that 7-run comeback against Altoona, that happened over the span of a handful of innings. At this point, Bowie has 5 outs, which is very, very difficult. It's not impossible. Larger comebacks have happened, stranger things have happened, especially in minor league baseball and all the games played, but Bowie is absolutely just trying to take what remains of this game, probably see what the individuals themselves can do, and then just turn the attention to tomorrow. The 1-2, lifted foul right side, as the count remains on Haskin. Of course, Erie is really just coming into this one trying to play spoiler. Or Bowie, I should say. Bowie is trying to come into this one purely to play spoiler. The Seawolves are 2 games out of first place at the moment. 1-2 popped up on the infield, right up the chimney, as the first baseman, Myers, is there to make the catch, only about 2 feet directly in front of the pitcher's mound. That ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down go the Baysox, and as we move to the bottom of the 8th, Bowie trails 11-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to baysox.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning here in Erie as the Baysox trail 11-0. Matt Savadas with you. as Clayton McGinnis is going to continue on the mound. He came in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, gave up a single, and got a fly out to end the frame. But he dances with 6, 7, and 8 in the Erie lineup here, as Dylan Dingler will open up the frame for the Seawolves. First pitch home to the right-hander, and Dingler watches fastball miss down and away. Count opens up at 1-0. Dingler 1 for 3 on the day, RBI single in the 2nd inning. He walked in the 6th. He's never actually made it past first base, though. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded foul, third base side. Count evens at 1. Pretty difficult to say that you haven't made it past first base in an 11-0 game. Dingler is the only batter for Erie that can say that. As a matter of fact, every other batter, except for Parker Meadows, has scored. McGinnis working heavily, first base side of the rubber. Takes a quick snap down after coming set to turn into the wind. He fires the next, and it misses down and away to run into 2-1. I haven't noticed this before. I find it interesting. He has a slightly open stance, parallel to the third baseline, comes set at the chin, then snaps it down to the waist as he straightens himself up toward the mound. Then he just kicks high and fires it home. Next pitch missed down and away, and the count goes to 3-1. Bottom of the 8th inning here as Bowie trails 11-0. 3-1 pitch to Dingler. It's grounded hard to second. Prieto scoops it just in front of his left knee. He holds a couple of seconds, waits for Dashbach to get set, but Dingler's not a speedster. Prieto sends it there for the 4-3 putout, and there's one away. Jordan Westberg picking up another home run at AAA Norfolk, as the Tides are currently running down the Phillies AAA affiliate, Lehigh Valley. 7-0 on Westie's 3-run blast. Parker Meadows sticks in the box. First pitch home. Nice fastball, called for strike, bottom edge. It's 0-1. They don't put the shift on for him, the left-hander. Slightly, but just not that extreme. The 0-1. That one pulled hard. Foul into the seats. Hits off of a seat back and bounces back into play. Second baseman Prieto will pick it up as the count goes to 0-2. Again, a week in Erie. And Bowie, they came into this one trying to hopefully build some momentum into a second-half run early. But hopefully the series doesn't go like this, as they'll have a tough time. The 0-2 is grounded slowly off the ankle of the pitcher. McGinnis has to barehand it in front of the mound and gets it to first in time. Fabulous recovery by Clayton McGinnis in front of his own mound, taking that slow bouncer off of his ankle. I think more so on his foot than it was his ankle, but still getting it to the first baseman. So do you call that a 1-1-3 or just a 1-3? I'm just going to call it a 1-3 for the sake of simplicity. And it's 2 quick outs here to start the bottom of the 8th. Andrew Navigato will step into the box. First pitch, right-hander grounds it back to the mound again, but it's underneath the glove. Backhanded by Prieto and thrown across the body to first. Athletic play by Cesar Prieto to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down on a trio of groundouts by Clayton McGinnis. Fabulous. We go to the 9th. Bowie's got a lot of work to do. They trail 11-0. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Saturday, July 2nd and Sunday, July 3rd. It's 2 of the largest fireworks shows of the season, all a part of the Baysox Independence Day weekend celebration. On Saturday, it's the post-game spectacular, sponsored by Royal Farms. And on Sunday, it's the Baysox Independence Day celebration with the biggest fireworks show of the season, sponsored by Johns Hopkins Community Physicians. 2 straight days of post-game fireworks at Prince George's Stadium, and you don't want to miss it. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
We're on to the ninth inning here at UPMC Park as Bowie trails 11-0. I've got a good reason for why I'm giggling right now. So I talked about it earlier in the broadcast. I worked with the Seawolves last season before joining the Baysox this season, and I found out that they're still using my my voiceover soundtracks, my voiceover files for some of their in-game events. So the call to the bullpen is still my voice. It's just humorous. We're on to the ninth. Bowie trails 11-0 as Dario Garcia takes over for the Seawolves. He faces off against Andrew Dashbach to start, and the first pitch is popped up out towards shallow right. It's the first baseman Myers, called off by the second baseman Wenzel Perez. And that's how the inning starts. After Dashbach, it's now Greg Cullen and Christopher Cespedes, as Garcia is on, replacing Joe Navalon. Navalon, a clean 8th inning, 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout. That was it. Now the lefty Cullen, riding an 0 for 2 day, drew a walk back in the 7th inning. First pitch. Cullen watches fastball blaze too far inside. 1-0 to open. Tell you a little bit about Dario Garcia. 6'2", 210-pound, 23-year-old right-hander from Chihuahua, Mexico. Non-drafted free agent signed in 2018. Here's the 1-0. Cullen watches low fastball called for strike at the knees. Count evens. Garcia on the season for Erie has made 6 appearances. Gardea, my mistake. Bad handwriting. Gardea on the season made 6 appearances, an 8.59 ERA as the next pitch misses away. Count goes to 2-1. 7 1/3 innings of work. He struck out 3, walked 3. That's it. He's allowed 2 home runs. Again, as Bowie trails 11-0. They've definitely not scored 11 runs in a single inning at any point this season. As Cullen fouls off the next. Over to the left side, count runs even at 2. But hey, still not outside the realm of possibility. Remember, Bowie had that big 8-run first against Akron back in mid-April, so they could polish off an 11-run ninth. Nothing wrong with that. Gardea sets, works on the third base side of the rubber, out of the stretch full time. The 2-2 misses wide, and the count runs full here on Cullen. It would be a real power move if Bowie right now started to get a pitcher warm. I'd find that hilarious. I doubt it's going to happen. As the 3-2 comes to Cullen, and it's grounded right to first. Scooping it up, Dane Myers around the waist. He takes it to the bag himself. And the Baysox are down to their final out this evening. Now here's Christopher Cespedes. Righty on righty, as Cespedes is 0 for 3 on the day. Fly out to right field, a couple of strikeouts. They put a slight shift on for him, the right-hander. First pitch in, popped up the other way, foul ground, Myers ranging. Does he have room? He looks like he does, and makes the catch up against the wall. The ball game is over, and Bowie drops the opener of this 6-game series, 11-0. 11-0. Baysox third shutout loss of the season. And hopefully it can only get better from here. Again, 11-0 the final. We'll step aside and get started with some Baysox postgame in just a little bit. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabanas.
Well, an unfortunate day for the Baysox this evening as they drop the opener of this 6-game series with the Erie Seawolves, 11-0. Third shutout loss of the season for Bowie. And as we get rolling with Baysox postgame, Matt Sabata still with you from UPMC Park in Erie, Pennsylvania, as we'll walk through some highlights of this game and then look around the Eastern League, see how other teams in the set are faring, as well as the Orioles organization. Norfolk is fortunately having a very, very good day. Our old friend Jordan Westberg picking up a good home run. But let's recap. We go all the way back in time to the faraway land of 6:06 p.m. when the first pitch came home from Marcus Solbach to Cesar Prieto. It was a strike, and Prieto eventually struck out on 3 pitches. It was a 3-up, 3-down inning for Solbach on 17 pitches with 2 strikeouts. And in the bottom of the first, Garrett Stallings came in looking for a bounce back, as he'd been working a little bit tough over his last 3 outings, an ERA in the double digits. And he did get into a little bit of trouble early after Andre Lipsius singled with 1 out to left field. Hottest hitter in the league, Kerry Carpenter, came up and nearly hit 1 out. 22 home runs and 47 runs batted in. He leads minor league baseball with the home runs as he serves the 2-1 out toward deep center field. Watson's running back at the warning track, leaps, and it's off the top of his glove and in fair territory. That's a fair ball. It's ran into the center fielder, thrown home, but the catch is missed. Roberts can't get it as Carpenter stops at second with a double. There was a little bit of debate on whether that one actually got out. Looked like it mostly hit, though, off the top of Zach Watson's glove, and it would go down as a double following review from the umpires. Of course, no review, but just a chat from the umpires. But it was 1-0, and Erie would go on to load the bases with still only 1 out before Stallings fortunately got out of the jam. A strikeout of Dylan Dingler and a flyout by Parker Meadows ended the inning. In the top of the second, Bowie did get their first base hit, a 2-out double by Andrew Dashbach, but he was left stranded at second base. And in the bottom of the second, things went off the rails. Leadoff single by Andrew Navigado, and a double by Gage Workman put him to third. Wenzel Perez stepped up and looked like he hit an easy play at the plate when he bounced one over to first base, but it just didn't end up that way. As the 0-1 pitch is grounded right to first, backhanded by Andrew Dashbach. He goes home with it, and the tag wasn't in time. I don't think Cody Roberts was expecting the throw. Navigado scores, and it's 2-0 Erie. It was a picked ball by Andrew Dashbach, and he made a good transfer to fire at home. But when you watch the body language of Cody Roberts, it looked like he wasn't expecting the throw to come his way. He had a late reaction to get set for the ball. And I think that little split second is what ruined the opportunity for Bowie to get that play at the plate. And it eventually turned out to lead to a lot more trouble in that inning, because the very next batter, Andre Lipsius, he hit one a lot longer. A great guy, and he's pitched so well at so many points this season as the 1-2 is drilled out toward right center field. Cespedes running back, still running, it's gone. A 3-run home run for Andre Lipsius, his 6th of the season, and it's 5-0 Erie. Lipsius would not be done on the day, and the Seawolves would not be done in the second inning either. After a strikeout of Kerry Carpenter, the league's best hitter, Quincy Naporti, stepped up and filled in the void. He's allowed 38 hits in 5 starts. Here's the 1-2, drilled out toward deep center field. Watson backing up. He's got no chance. This one's way out. Second home run of the inning. Quincy Naporti hits his 16th of the season. And it's 6-0 Erie. Inning would still not end, however, because after a quick double to follow by Dane Myers, Dylan Dingler stepped up and drove in one more. Myers at second. They have the shift on for the righty Dingler as the 1-2 is bounced through the shift in toward left center, a base hit. Myers will score as Dingler picks up the single. Make it 7-0 Erie. That single would knock Stallings out of the game, tying a career worst 1 1/3 innings pitched. He gave up 9 more hits and 7 more runs, struck out 3 batters. Tyler Birch came on and fortunately pitched scoreless for the Baysox, worked the game into the 5th inning. All the while, Bowie still had no answer for Marcus Solbach. Best they could manage was a couple of strayed singles and a double in the top of the 5th by Zach Watson. But in the bottom of the 5th, after a leadoff single and a caught stealing, Gage Workman lined a single to right field against new pitcher Adam Stauffer. Stauffer then tangled with Wenzel Perez, and Perez, with this corner here at UPMC Park, I think he found a new favorite place to hit the ball. You'll hear why. As they trail 7-0, the 1-0 is singled into right field. Shouldn't say single, as that one's looped out toward the Baysox bullpen. Should go for 3 as it hits off the bench in the bullpen. 1 run will score as Perez turns at second and heads to third without a throw. RBI triple for Wenzel Perez, his first at AA, and it's 8-0 Erie. Bowie would come up empty in the next half inning. They did get a couple of base runners thanks to a hit by pitch and an error, but couldn't get anyone past second base. And in the bottom of the 6th, Kerry Carpenter led off with a double and moved to third on a missed catch in right field by Christopher Cespedes on a fly ball. Quincy Naporti was at second base on the play, and with Dane Myers at the plate, Adam Stauffer just lost a little handle on one. The 1-2 gets past Roberts to the screen. A run will score. Fastball missed down and away as Carpenter is home. Naporti to third, and it's 9-0. So that charge to Stauffer, and as he continued on, the Baysox would run into Wenzel Perez once again, this time in the bottom of the 7th inning after Gage Workman led off by drawing a walk. Perez, like I said, he's found his home in that corner. Another 3-2 to Perez is driven out toward the right field corner, again for a base hit, and again trickling toward the bullpen. He could try for 3 as he's got wheels. 1 run will score as Perez gets to third sliding. He didn't need to slide as the throw was held up in right field. It's his 2nd triple of the game, and it's 10-0 Erie. And that was all with nobody out, so it was very easy for Andre Lipsius to follow up with this sacrifice fly. It needs to be changed. There's so many long plate appearances. The 1-1 by Stauffer is lifted out to center, picked up by Watson, but Perez will tag and score. Sacrifice fly makes it 11-0 Erie. As the Baysox continued to struggle, they went off against 2 different relievers, shutting them down in the 8th and 9th. Joe Navalon with a perfect 8th, and Dario Gardea with a pop-out, a ground-out, and eventually this pop-out by Christopher Cespedes in foul territory to end the game. They put a slight shift on for him, the right-hander. First pitch in, popped up the other way, foul ground, Myers ranging. Does he have room? He looks like he does, and makes the catch up against the wall. The ball game is over, and Bowie drops the opener of this 6-game series, 11-0. So there's your final score. Bowie scores nothing on 5 hits with 1 error. They left on 8. Erie scores 11 on 16 hits with 1 error. They left on 9. For the Baysox, it is still very shy of the most hits they've allowed this season, but of course, that other one was when Erie beat them 17-1 and put on 22 hits back in late May. But 11 runs, 16 hits, an error, 9 left on, as Marcus Solbach picks up the win. He's 1-4 on the year. Garrett Stallings takes the loss for Bowie. He falls to 2-6 on the season. No save in an 11-0 game, as it was played in 2 hours and 34 minutes in front of a paid attendance at UPMC Park of 2,335. With the loss, Bowie falls to 25-39 on the season, a 3-game losing streak. They're now 11-20 when playing on the road. With the win, Erie moves to 36-28 on the year, a 3-game winning streak, as the Seawolves are now 19-9 when playing in front of home crowds this season. Two sides are back at it again tomorrow, as Justin Armbruster will make his Double-A debut after being called up from High-A Aberdeen. Austin Bergner, one of the best pitchers in the Eastern League, a 2.41 ERA, will start for the Seawolves. So we'll preview that in a little bit, but for now we break. When we return, we look around the Eastern League and the Orioles organization. Some scoreboard updates when we come back. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
That's right, it's Dynamite Night at Prince George's Stadium on Friday, July 15th. Meet legendary actor and comedian Jimmy J.J. Walker, star of the 1970s hit Good Times, with a special VIP meet and greet package available. That's Friday, July 15th for Dynamite Night with Jimmy J.J. Walker at Prince George's Stadium. So head to Baysox.com right now to get your tickets and learn more.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Back one final time here from UPMC Park in Erie as we continue on with Baysox postgame. Matt Sabatis with you following an 11-0 Bowie loss. We'll take this opportunity to look around the Eastern League and see how some scores are shaping up. It's a tight one over at the Diamond in Richmond, and this could actually be pretty helpful for Erie as they continue in their playoff hunt. It's a 2-2 game in the bottom of the 8th inning as Richmond had the 2-0 lead in the first. Portland has just barely worked their way back. Identical lines for both sides. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Bottom of the 8th at the Diamond. If Portland can come from behind and win, Erie would be 1 game back of first place with just the 5 games remaining in the first half. Not to mention the Akron Rubber Ducks now trail the Harrisburg Senators. It was a 4-0 game at Canal Park after just 4 innings, but Harrisburg has put on 5 unanswered runs, and they're still threatening. In the top of the 8th, they've got first and second with only 1 away, an opportunity to maybe take a multi-run lead after trailing by 4 runs. So if Akron loses, Erie would be in a straight tie with Akron, only 1 game out of first with the Richmond Flying Squirrels. But if Richmond does bounce back to maybe take the lead and win, then they would both be 2 games out. It all depends on how these things close out because, again, they're still only in the 8th inning while we have wrapped up. Erie and Bowie, first team to close up shop this evening in the league. They're in the top of the 7th over at Delta Dental Stadium as New Hampshire trails Altoona 3-1. Hartford and Somerset, boy, what a series to close out the first half there in the Northeast Division. The only two teams in the playoff hunt going toe-to-toe for the final 6 days of the first half, and right now it's living up to the hype. 2-2, top of the 7th inning with Hartford, runners at first and third and only one out. Hartford only one game back of the Patriots right now, and of course if they win, they will be tied for first place in the Northeast Division. How do you like that? Binghamton put on a 6 spot in the bottom of the 3rd inning to take a 5-run lead over Reading. And of course, they had Max Scherzer making a rehab start for the Rumble Ponies, and while he did toss 3 1/3, striking out 6 batters, giving up 1 run, it's been all Reading since. They've put on 6 unanswered runs and have retaken the lead 7-6 in the bottom of the 7th. That is a tough look for the Binghamton bullpen. But that's how things look around the Eastern League. On the Orioles organizational side of things, it's been a great day offensively for Loe Delmarva. A 5 spot in the 2nd, and then they felt that they wanted another. They put on 6 in the 5th. They lead Lynchburg, that's the Guardians affiliate, 11-4 in the bottom of the 6th over at Purdue Stadium. Aberdeen is up in Delaware right now against Wilmington, that's the Nats affiliate, but they're having a tough time. A couple of 3-run innings for the Wilmington Blue Rocks as they lead 7-3 over the Ironbirds. And then a set of matching 5-run innings up at AAA. Up in Allentown, that's the Phillies affiliate, Lehigh Valley. Norfolk put on a 5 spot in the 5th, and Lehigh Valley matched it in the bottom of the 5th. So what was once a 2-0 game and then a 7-0 game has turned back into a 2-run game as Norfolk leads 7-5. Jordan Westberg picking up a 3-run home run in that 5th inning as well. But of course, the score we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and unfortunately, they are shut out today, 11-0. 3rd shutout loss of the season for the Baysox. Two sides are back at it again tomorrow as the 6-game series continues. Justin Armbruster will make the start for Bowie. It will be his Double-A debut after a great start to the season with High-A Aberdeen. Austin Bergner will open it up for the Seawolves, a 4-2 record with a 2.41 ERA, one of the top ERAs in the Eastern League this season. It's a 6:05 first pitch here from UPMC Park, which means a DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 5:45. For now, though, we say so long. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Erie as Bowie falls tonight 11-0. We'll talk to you, hopefully with a better outcome, tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.